I know I have problems.
That's all right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fisher Field, historic Fisher Field on the campus of Lafayette College in the Fightin' City of Easton, Pennsylvania. It's CWTAP's Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarket and PA Football News. It's the pregame show getting you started. Alex Fidrashevsky and Matt Baker. How you doing this evening, Matt?
I am good, Alex. Great to be here in Easton at Fisher Field, located in Fisher Stadium on the campus of Lafayette College.
I appreciate the correction. Beautiful Friday night here. We're starting to get into fall. The leaves are changing. The temperature dropped last night for the first time into the 30s.
Had some frost.
There was a little frost out there, but that just means that the football heats up as we get closer to the playoffs. Just 2 weeks to go in the regular season after this, so it's high time and high pressure.
Yeah, very high pressure. I mean, you got two good teams going at it tonight. Notre Dame coming in undefeated. Palisades having another good season. Showed a lot earlier in the year when we were down there. And probably having a nice one tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough program down there at Palisades.
Yeah. And as far as the stadium goes, they're putting a lot of upgrades into it.
They are.
Slowly. But they're putting an upgrade in.
I hear the ship is being rebuilt.
Interesting. I know it wasn't there the last time we were there.
From what I understand, the ship had essentially rotted out, and they needed to create a new pirate ship for Palisades, and that is in the works.
So hopefully they donated the ship to the Easton Bonfire.
It might be there waiting for them. Jason Parrish joining us right now in the box.
Along with LJ
not
Smith.
Far behind the broadcast crew has arrived. Matt, why don't we get through some of our openings here? Let's go through our whip around. We'll start in the East Penn Conference this evening. First game on our docket, the 7-0 Parkland Trojans taking on Allentown Central Catholic at 4-3.
Yeah, no, Parkland, of course, undefeated. Actually in the 3 spot in the district standings, which is shocking. Central Catholic 4-3. They had a really bad start to the year, but have come on as of late and put some quality wins up.
Yeah, they really have. Listen, for Parkland, they beat Allen and Deeriff the last 2 weeks. With Whitehall ahead, they can't get caught tonight. You don't want to be looking ahead, coming off of 2 games that you were able to rest your starters for most of the second half. And junior quarterback Finn Cohen's had a pretty good year for the Trojans, but it's the running game, Lawrence and Naquan Thomason, that really makes Parkland tick.
Yeah, no, I have to agree there, but Parkland definitely should be on top tonight, but don't sleep.
Here's a good battle of mid-table teams. They're both kind of putting themselves into that playoff hunt. I think they're safe now with what's gone on over the last 2 weeks. 3-4 Northampton, at 4-3 Bethlehem Freedom. About even, and we always say this about Jason Roeder's teams. They get better as the season goes on, and this year's no exception to that.
Yeah, I still think last week was an outlier, though. I know Bethlehem Catholic had some issues. Certain players weren't available. May have led to the big score that Freedom put up. It might have been a lot different had those players been on the field.
That said, 3rd win in a row. 4th win of 5 after an 0-2 start. Easton and Liberty lie ahead. They're going to want this one against Northampton. This is about positioning.
Yep, they're going to want it. This potentially could be a 4-5 or 3-6 matchup as we get into the playoffs in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think you could see this one again. It's certainly in the cards, and we'll pull up those PowerPoints during the break and talk about them a little bit. The big game in the EPC tonight is Bethlehem Liberty traveling to Cottingham Stadium, just a stone's throw from here. Liberty blinked against Nazareth. They lost a track meet 52-42 last week. Peyton Falzone's Blue Eagles. Listen, we know Liberty's good.
Yes.
They can't ship 50 and expect to compete with Easton. We know Liberty can score, but defending against the top teams in the EPC, that seems to be their problem.
Yep, no, I have to agree. Liberty's really come around again as a program. We know they had a few down years there, a couple back, but Easton, home, Cottingham Stadium, it's a hard place to play.
Right. This is another primetime matchup, and they're always ready for these, right? At Easton, always have been. And with Matt Seneca at the controls now, I think they're back to being that vaunted, feared Red Rovers team. They've shown they can outscore teams. They did it against Erasmus. They did it against Northampton. But a track meet does keep the door open. If you're Easton, you want to control the pace, is the key to winning, keeping Fontanez on the sideline.
Yeah, it could very well be. And Easton can do that as the leading rushing team in the EPC with the leading rusher. I don't see
I have to
Easton,
like their chances.
Yeah, I see Easton ground and pound just like old school Easton football.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, it's almost like the exact same script for Liberty, just with a different name. They want to control the pace of this game, and it's keeping Cole Ordway on the bench because you don't want to let him get loose out there. And this is a really good prospect. I'm not sure Ordway is going to end up as a scholarship player. Size maybe could be the issue for him, but somebody is going to get a steal.
I mean, here's the other question. Does he play quarterback at the next level?
Could play D-back as a scholarship player.
Could play D-back, could play wide receiver.
Could play wide receiver.
He could be a slot receiver.
Played wide receiver earlier on in his high school career.
Yes.
When he was involved in a quarterback battle.
Yes.
And they were platooning both of them on the field just because they needed the having both of them as athletes.
Yep.
And he got touches at running back. He got them at wide receiver.
Yep. He's got enough there that he could potentially get an offer with being a wide receiver, I think.
Other games right now in the EPC, you've got Allen and Whitehall tonight. Allen is 3-4. Whitehall is 6-1. Allen 4 losses in a row against better competition. They need that marquee win, and I don't know what's out there for them.
It's not there tonight for sure. Whitehall will put up a lot of points tonight. I don't think Allen can keep up with that kind of pace. The only other option for a marquee win might be next week. Who do they have next week? That would be the big question.
Do they play Central next week?
They might play Central next week. That could be a marquee win for them. That one plus the Deeriff would get them to 5.
And this year, it could maybe, probably not, maybe be enough. Speaking of getting the 5, the Emmaus Hornets are in a very dangerous playoff position right now.
That they are. I mean, even with going and taking a win away from Deeriff tonight, you're still in a very questionable spot.
I think they need to take them all to make it, and that means beating Parkland on the last day, which is a monumental task. And Emmaus, they seem to lose every game, if you want to call it a step up this year. This is not in their favor right now to probably make the playoffs.
Correct.
So there you have the East Penn Conference. We're going to go look at some of the PowerPoints during the commercial break. We'll come back and we'll bring you up to speed, and then we'll dump into the Colonial League. Again, it's your CWTAP Friday Night Football Game of the Week presented by Azars. Azars Supermarket, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem. Locally owned and operated by George Azar. Stop by today and pick from the freshest produce, much of it grown right here at home in Pennsylvania. Peruse the meat counter for the finest cuts of chicken, beef, lamb, and halal products. Take a step to your right. It's a selection of olives and mezza and cheese and more. Azars features a full lineup of products imported from the Mediterranean, including Lebanese olive oil and hard-to-find spices and herbs. Shop Azars, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem for great value. X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484-250-0391. X-Golf. 80 Kunkel Drive in Easton, right off the 25th Street exit of Route 22. And we're back here on the Friday Night Football Game of the Week on CWTAP TV, presented by Azars Supermarket. Alex Fedorchevsky, Matt Baker with you in the pregame show. Jason and LJ waiting in the wings to bring you all the action between Palisades and Notre Dame this evening from beautiful, historic Lafayette College in Easton. Should we take a look now at the Colonial League?
Yes, we should, Alex.
Right now, got an interesting matchup tonight. Catasauqua was 3-4. They traveled to Northern Lehigh, who's 4-3. We've seen Northern Lehigh twice this year. Pretty solid football team. Caddy has struggled the last few weeks. Can they slow down Grady Newhart, Chris Frame coming out of the backfield, Garrett Smoyer at quarterback, who's had a pretty decent season? And here's my question, too. We've seen Northern Lehigh. Look at their record. Are they the best of the rest in the Colonial League? They've lost to some of the top-tier teams, but otherwise it's been a good season.
Yeah, no, I think they're putting together a nice, strong season there. Definitely going to make the playoffs at this point. I think they might pull this one out tonight against Caddy, and that could hurt Caddy.
It could. Listen, Catasauqua is in the 8th seed. The odds of them missing the playoffs are probably low, because I don't see Mahanoy making up the difference.
Right, but
I mean, that'll send you to Schuylkill Haven in the first round most likely.
Yep.
Tough game. But for Northern Lehigh, Caddy, Salisbury, Saucon Valley, there are potentially 3 wins out there for them to close the season. They could go anywhere from 2 to 7.
Yeah, they really well could. I wouldn't say 2.
Well, it's probably, Williams Valley's probably in a pretty decent position there. And we'll get to Williams Valley in just a moment. Northwestern traveling to Jim Thorpe, 7-0. The Tigers looking really good, the defending state champions. Another day, another Tigers win?
I believe so. Even though you're traveling up there, and Jim Thorpe, I just don't think has enough for that one.
We were at Tamaqua last week. They fell to Southern Lehigh. They're 3-4. They take on Lehighton 3-4. It's a rivalry game in one of our now favorite communities in the Cole region. I think this is 2 evenly matched teams. We've seen both of these teams on our air before. We've had Tamaqua a couple of times. Terrence McDowell, Tamaqua's running back, I think he's going to be good. Very impressive in the games we've had. And then Lehighton's quarterback, Jace Lawrence, we saw him against Bangor.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got 2 really good programs having a good year this year, and Tamaqua fighting for a playoff spot. They're trying to get that 3A 4 seed at this point. It's between them and Saucon, so we'll have to see, what happens here over the next couple weeks.
Listen, the home game is important, especially when it's that type of travel involved.
Well, in the 3A, you only get 4. They went to 8 now?
They went to 8 this year.
Shocking. Okay, I did not know that.
That is according to Notre Dame Athletic Director Marty Rowan. 8 teams.
Interesting. So that means that 2, 3, 4, and 6 all get 8.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
From what I understand, 2, 3, 4, and 6 all get 8.
And we'll have to talk about the 4A situation a little later, too.
Oh, yes, we will. Williams Valley, 6-1, traveling to Marion Catholic, 5-2. Don't really want to comment too much at the coaching issue at Williams Valley. That has now bubbled up. There's a lot of details that we really don't know about yet. But this coaching change mid-season has to have a big impact on this team going into Marion. How focused, do you keep them?
It's going to be really hard to keep them focused. Marion, a good program, might come in there and upset. It's at home, but might upset Williams Valley tonight.
I think that the cards are now on the table that it certainly could happen. Tomorrow afternoon in the Colonial League, we've got Saucon Valley, who's 4-3, traveling to 5-2 Penn Argyl. Coming off a loss against Notre Dame, this is an opportunity for Penn Argyl at home to get back on form as they go into the final week against Bangor. We'll have that game on our air. Saucon Valley, led by do-it-all junior quarterback Braden Roan, will have to have him at his best to beat Seuss and his Knights. Though I think it's worth noting, Matt, if you look at the Saucon Valley stats, this is a very young team, and they are performing probably a year ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I really think they are. It's amazing what we saw last year from them. They had the 3 big guys, and now you got a year off, but you're still competing, which is great, heading into potentially a nice run next year.
Yeah, 3 wins in a row against Wilson, Catasauqua, and Salisbury. That Caddy win's nice. I mean, that's a 20-point blowout on the road for them. That these guys they're not bad.
Yeah, no, I think you at least have for sure 1 win there, maybe 2 as we finish out the season for them.
Yeah, listen, and if you're Saucon Valley right now, if you're I don't know if they can play their way into the 3, but you want to lock yourself in as you said,
you want to be the 4.
Game.
You want that home game.
Yeah, I think it's important. Worth noting in 4A, going to 8 teams, there could be a winless 8.
There very well could be.
Could sneak in because of strength of schedule.
It is, Jason Parrish behind us is correct that it is theoretically possible that Wilson could finish the season at 0-10 and jump Bangor and be the 8th team in the Quad A district playoffs. The avenue is there because it's Pottsville, Palisades, and Notre Dame. That Notre Dame game could theoretically get them the points, residual points, that jumps them over Bangor.
The only thing is Bangor's going to get the points from Southern.
This will be the Week 10 watch. As we are at Bangor, we'll watch this unfold in real time, and I would like to request the District 11 PowerPoints Committee to update their PowerPoints as scores roll in that evening. We will not be providing scores that night. I want to do the Quad A 8 seed PowerPoint watch. I think that could be fascinating as we get into Week 10 of the football season. Flip over to the viewing area now. Couple of games, then we'll take a break. Williamsport 4-3, traveling to undefeated 7-0 Berwick. Matt, the ghost of Curry has arrived. We have a Curry coaching there once again at Berwick. So, Matt, Williamsport's been shipping points. They have Hollidaysburg and Wilkes-Barre on deck. This season can really go south for them pretty quickly if they're not careful.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Williamsport might end up being 4-6 after it's all said and done.
For Berwick, this is their first, I put this in quotes in our notes, their first quote-unquote Berwick season. since Frank Sheptock coached them to a 9-3 record in 2019. They've struggled for the last couple of years. They've clearly righted the ship right now. Delaware Valley, we put them in once again. They play Valley View. Valley View 4-3, Delaware Valley 3-4. They played that brutal schedule to start the season. 3 wins in a row. They beat Abington Heights, who's a very good football team, and then they beat Long Island Lutheran last week. This team can still finish with a winning record, and I think 5-6 wins is in play for them.
Yeah, and I know that North Pocono game coming up is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, North Pocono has had a very, very good season for them. Delaware Valley, watch out. Senior running back Michael Ayusolino averaging 125 yards per game on the ground. Shikellamy is 5-2. They go to Bloomsburg tonight, who's 6-1. Chick has lost to Shamokin and Jersey Shore. These are not bad losses.
Everybody loses to Shamokin.
Correct. Everybody loses to Shamokin right now. Bloomsburg has been pretty steady in all of their performances. They're powered by senior quarterback Wyatt Brocious, tight end Jack Catoulis. The asterisk here, both of them will play Southern Columbia in the next 3 weeks.
And that's going to be interesting as well. We'll have to see how that all unfolds for both those programs.
And speaking of Southern Columbia, they are 6-1. They go to Montoursville tonight. They are also 6-1. The biggest game of the week in our viewing area north of Blue Mountain, because I would argue that the Liberty Easton game is probably the biggest game in our viewing area tonight. We all doubted Southern Columbia, Pennsylvania football news, the press, myself. And why am I missing? They beat them up pretty good. But here we are. The playoffs are getting close, and the Fighting Jim Roths are doing Jim Roth things, and they are 6-1. Braden Andrews leading the way at running back for them, and Montoursville will take their shot, but until you knock them off the perch, they're still the big dog.
Yep, I agree.
That's about it for our viewing area. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll go around the state and then hit some games in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. It's the Friday Night Football Game of the Week presented by Azar.
Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slate Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, nuts, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that Superior Hardware has to offer. Superior Hardware is open Monday to Friday from 7 till 5, Saturday from 7:30 to 4, and Sunday from 9 to 2. Call them at 610-588-3205 or stop by their location at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor to jumpstart your home improvement projects today. That's Superior Hardware, 400 South 1st Street in Bangor.
With crime on the rise across the United States of America, it's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security, 866-307-8417. Call today. Have you racked up over $15,000 in credit card debt? Do the collection calls ring nonstop? There's a solution to the situation the banks don't want you to know about. CuraDebt has over 20 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call the CuraDebt Credit Solutions hotline today to see if you qualify. 877-835-0026. No obligation, 100% confidential. CuraDebt Credit Solutions. 877-835-0026. Cure a Debt Credit Solutions now. 877-835-0026. 877-835-0026. Call today.
And we're back here on the CWTAP Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarket and Pennsylvania Football News. Alex Fidrishevsky, Matt Baker, Jason Parrish, and L.J. Smith with you. Just about 15 minutes or so from kickoff. Matt, let's start to whip around the state. Windber taking on Berlin Brothers Valley out in District 5, 4-2. Windber against 4-3 Berlin. Two of the top small schools in the Laurel Highlands battling for playoff position this evening. Windber, another school. Some off-field issues there that have gone on. They've been pretty publicized. How does this, I guess for lack of a better term, scandal impact their season? Because it's out in the newspapers now. Everybody knows what's going on. How do you keep the kids that are there focused?
Yeah, no, and it seems that we're hitting a lot of that lately.
Way too much.
With a lot of different programs, a lot of different parts of the state.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's just one area. You're across the state, you're having issues. Something that maybe the PIAA needs to look into a little better.
Yeah, I think we need to have a serious talk in the off season, and there needs to be a directive that comes from the PIAA to the schools that says, hey, you need to have a sit down with your football players. We have a problem across the Commonwealth. This isn't like we're not picking on Windber. This is not just a Windber issue. This is going on in different districts. We're seeing it in Philadelphia now. We're seeing it up in the coal regions. We got to sit everybody down and be like, hey, listen, this behavior has got to get cut out.
Correct.
And we know it's always gone on in a variety of different ways, but I think it's gotten a little more extreme in the internet age than it used to be, and that is a problem, and we need to cut that off.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, social media has really put an emphasis on things like this when they happen, so hopefully we make the right turn here.
Berlin, they've lost each of those step-up games this year, Tussey Mountain, Myersdale, Wilmington. I think they need a good win, and tonight is their opportunity going forward as they get ready for the playoffs. Bishop Guilfoyle 6-1, Forest Hill 6-1. This is the main event in the Laurel Highlands this week. Your Altoona powerhouse now, Bishop Guilfoyle, out of right in downtown Altoona, going down Route 22. Forest Hills is always a tough, rugged running game. Hills only has one loss. It's 6-1 Richland, who beat Guilfoyle. This should be a really good game.
Yeah, no, definitely a good game across the state tonight. We'll have to see what happens out there in Forest Hills.
The best game up in District 9, because we try to highlight, if we can, one game in each of the districts. Brockway, Karnes City, small school game, playoff positioning on the line. District 10, Cleveland Benedictine is 6-1. They're going to Cathedral Prep, who is 3-3. Prep got taken apart by McDowell last week. No rest for the weary. They've got McLean and Farrell to end the year. It's really all about playoff prep for them.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. With Cathedral, definitely getting ready for playoffs, and we'll have to see what happens tonight against the team from Ohio.
Ditto for McDowell. They're 3-4. They take on Austintown Fitch away, so they'll be outside of Youngstown. Again, this is playoff prep. McDowell got their big win last week, but to close the season, at Fitch, at Steubenville, at St. Francis of Buffalo. Big Red beat Farrell 40-24 last week. They got Canisius tonight. So this is that, two teams, anyone, anytime, anywhere programs taking on each other next week. But McDowell, if nothing more, they'll be the best battle-tested 3-7 team in Pennsylvania.
That they will be. And, sometimes you got to watch out for those teams when it comes to playoff time.
It makes them dangerous because they'll go into a game with most likely State High, who's played they're playing good competition now, going down to Harrisburg in that league.
Yes.
But, is it the game in, game out? I don't know.
Right.
They play, again, you're playing Mechanicsburg and Cumberland. There is serious football to be played there. But, where are they at in that picture? We'll see. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. You've got Bethel Park, Upper St. Clair tonight. Bethel took it easy on Baldwin last week, 75-14. Now, Baldwin had sent the memorandum of mercy to the WPIAL, asking the opponents in the South Hills 5A conference to take it easy on them. 75-14.
Hey, you put up 2 scores.
They did, and the talk is now that Baldwin's going to leave the WPIAL in football, and become an independent, which I think is the right move for them. They'll join Butler, Uniontown, Gallatin, start playing the City League schools, try to get that momentum
Build
back.
your program back up.
And it worked for Butler. They went from having 15, 20 kids and almost losing their program to now having 65 when they went independent.
Yeah, I think it's across the whole state. When you're starting to have issues like that, the best thing you can do is go independent. Because at that point, you can pick and choose who you play.
Yeah.
You can try to build your program back up.
I think that's a halftime topic for us to talk about some of the local teams that might benefit from that. Bishop Canavan 5-2 at the battling Matt Siegs of Fort Cherry, Penn State commit. If anyone can slow down Fort Cherry, it might be Canavan.Ame. They have enough college talent to do it, but
it's Fort Cherry.
This is Fort Cherry this year. Another big game in Class A tonight. You got Leechburg and Clairton. The Bears might be the only other team in Western Pennsylvania who can possibly slow down Fort Cherry. I wrote beat, but I don't know that they can beat them. Their only loss is to 7-0 Amani, who's got a lot of talent, but it's Fort Cherry.
Exactly.
Pittsburgh City League University against Westinghouse. USO dominated Alderdice last week. I think Lou Berry's got this high-octane passing offense. Can they outgun an angry Westinghouse team? Because they're going to be not happy campers after they lost to Carn City.
No, after last week losing to Carn City, I think Westinghouse comes out and puts up a big number tonight.
Philadelphia, we've got 4 really good ones. Downingtown West 5-2, Bishop Shanahan 6-1. The Whippets beat Freedom to open the year. They have a loss to St. John's of D.C. Shanahan's been good, but now it's time for the test. The Downingtown Directionals, East and West, Coatesville to end the season. Coatesville, 7-0, travels to Downingtown East tonight. Some of the best football in Chester County and District 1 is played within 5 miles of each other. 4 schools.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of great when you have that. I mean, we kind of have that here in the Valley, not 5 miles. It spreads a little further, but it's nice to see areas where there's a lot of good football programs.
Speaking of areas with very good football programs, excellent lead-in, Matt Baker. The Philadelphia Catholic League might be among the best in the country. 2-4 St. Joe's Prep at 4-2 Roman Catholic tonight. Records don't matter in these games, but St. Joe's is licking its wounds again.
Yeah, I mean, St. Joe's is not the St. Joe's the last 10 years. They don't have the same program anymore. Roman's gotten better. LaSalle's gotten better. Or did St. Joe's get worse?
I don't know. With Bonner and O'Hara coming up, St. Joe's could lose 7 games. It's out there.
It is, and if you lose 7, I mean, you're facing LaSalle game 1.
Yeah, not the ideal start to the playoffs.
No.
Monsignor Bonner and LaSalle tonight in just another absolutely fantastic matchup. It's the game of the week in Pennsylvania. Bonner's only losses to Haverford. LaSalle lost this nail-biter to Roman. Quality wins, D1 talent everywhere. This is the one everybody should be keeping an eye on.
Agreed.
All right, so we're going to take a pause. When we get back, it is time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week presented by Azar Supermarket, Notre Dame, and Palisades.
We at Lifeline Screening have screened over 9 million people over 25 years. We identify your risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and other chronic illnesses. We use state-of-the-art ultrasound technology to look into your arteries to identify your plaque levels. During your screening, we examine the carotid arteries in the neck for plaque buildup that can lead to a stroke. We check your abdominal aorta for an aneurysm, a ballooning of this large artery in your belly which can rupture if it gets too big. We evaluate the pressures in your arms and ankles and calculate what is called an ankle brachial index. This is an indirect way to assess the flow in the arteries of legs and identify risks for more cardiovascular disease. We scan your shin bone to determine the density of the bone and derive risk for osteoporosis. And lastly, atrial fibrillation. If we detect anything that requires urgent attention, we will notify you immediately so you can contact your physician for follow-up. Screenings are simple, non-invasive, painless, and we have convenient locations throughout the United States. And of course, screenings provide peace of mind or early detection. Schedule your screening today. We at Lifeline Screening have screened over
Selling your house the traditional way takes time. Agents, showings, repairs, fees, and more. It's really a hassle. But what if you could skip it all and sell your home for cash fast? At House Buyer Network, we buy homes in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, no cleaning, no repairs. Whether it's inherited, outdated, or you're behind on payments, we'll make you a fair cash offer within 24 hours. Close in as little as 7 days. Thousands have sold the easy way. Now it's your turn. Call 949-352-4770 for your free no-obligation cash offer. House Buyer Network, fast cash, no hassle. 949-352-4770. 949-352-4770. It's Queen's Nutritional Products, 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. The Novak family, still the proprietors. For a wide variety of high-quality vitamins, supplements, and herbs, shop Queen's Nutritional Products. From vitamin A to zinc and everything in between, the Queen Bee and her busy bees on staff can assist you. Queen's Nutritional Products also has a full line of dry and roasted nuts, dried fruits, and more. That historic nut hut still producing the best nuts and dried fruits in the Lehigh Valley. Queen's Nutritional Products also offers a variety of natural soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, and more, because what you put on your body is as important as what you put in it. Queen's Nutritional Products is open Monday through Wednesday and Saturday from 9 until 6, Thursday and Friday from 9 till 7, as well as Sunday from 11 till 4. Seniors get 10% off every day on many items in the store. Visit them online at queensnutrition.shop, or better yet, stop by Queen's Nutritional Products at 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to CWTAP's Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarket. LJ Smith alongside Jason Parrish on the call with you this evening. And what a game we have for our Friday Night Game of the Week, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. Lincoln Cook for Palisades, I mean, he's fast, he's tall. He could be Palisades' equalizer against Notre Dame's speed on the offensive side of the ball, because we all know what Notre Dame has with, Streba, Gordon, you
Capo
name it,
Bianco,
Drew Boyd.
Just everything everywhere for this Notre Dame Green Pond squad. This is the second time CWTAP's covering the Crusaders. The first time they took down North Schuylkill 21-20, and just 2 weeks ago they defeated Northern Lehigh 40-21. That game was 26-21 at the half, and unfortunately came out on the right side for the Crusaders, who will receive the opening kickoff as the Palisades Pirates entering tonight's contest 5-2 overall, 4-1 in the conference. Started the year 4-0. We covered their win over Northern Lehigh at Palisades 28-14. But going 1-2 in their last three contests are the Pirates, falling to Penn Argyl 38-21, and then Blue Mountain 42-21, but defeating Palmerton 41-6 a week ago. And we are underway here at Lafayette College on the return.
Taken
he
by
breaks
Gordon
through, and he has a chance. He's brought down.
Clark on the return brings the ball past midfield.
I'm sorry, it was Clark, Alex Clark.
And number 15, Max Werner, was the Pirate coming up with the tackle as the drive will start on the opposite side of the 50, already in Pirates territory for the Crusaders. Notre Dame 7-0 on the year, 5-0 in league play. 59-7 victory over Penn Argyl a week ago, and looking to extend that to 8-0 this evening.
Now we get to see Matt Bodner for the first time tonight.
The senior quarterback, 6'2", 195. Has a man in motion. Now next to him looks to be like Faust Capobianco. Run up the middle, still being pushed forward.
He's going to get about 4.
Stopped by a host of Pirates, but as you mentioned, Jason, a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 now for the Crusaders. They're in their white helmets, all navy uniforms, traveling left to right this quarter. The Pirates of Palisades, purple pants, purple helmets, white jerseys, traveling right to left. Bodner gets the snap, looks to throw to the far side of the field, has a man and met immediately as Capobianco brought down to the turf. I believe that was number 18, Lincoln Cook, the wideout we'll hear quite a bit from this evening.
Lincoln Cook on the stop.
Last time we saw the Pirates, Lincoln Cook was coming off a game of over 300 yards.
Yes, he can really burn.
3-yard gain on that.
Notre Dame has to watch out.
So 3rd and 3 now coming for the Crusaders. Man in motion. Will he hand it off? He does. He finds a hole. Picks up the first
Looks
down.
like Streba.
Fumble.
Streba fumbles.
On the field. Scooped up by the Pirates. And brought down near midfield. As Palisades gets a turnover early in the first quarter with 10:38 to play.
Is that Lincoln Cook or Max Warner?
I believe it was Max Warner who comes up with it here. And a great start for the Palisades Pirates, getting a turnover as Streba was stripped on the play.
For the Pirates, ball on their own 49-yard line.
So we'll see Jack Trickell, the senior, 6'2", 170, take the field with this Pirates offense. And Lincoln Cook, the junior, 6'2", 170.
Lining up at fullback.
Trickell, hands off.
Oh, no, that
cuts out wide, brought down in the backfield.
That was Fitzgerald, Ashton Fitzgerald.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Notre Dame's outside linebacker made a great play on that.
I believe it, number 1, Aaron Gordon, the junior D-back, coming up with a stop, and maybe just loss of a half yard, if anything. 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. Ball spotted at their own 49-yard line. Play clock at 15 as we reach 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Showing pressure, Trickell takes it himself, gets beyond the 50 inside, approaching the 45. He's going to be dropped down around the 46-yard line.
Tackle by Clark.
Call it the 47. So 3rd and medium now for Palisades.
Gain of 4 on that last play brings up a 3rd and 6. Ball on the Crusader 47-yard line.
Be interesting to see what they do here. Do you run a sticks route with Cook and then try a double move later?
That could work. Just get some momentum to the outside. We didn't see him utilized quite until maybe the end of the first quarter in that game against Northern Lehigh. We'll see if they go to him here. They will. Low pass, but it's brought in. Oh, incomplete. Goes through his hands. As Cook was on the near side. I believe that was
13.
Silas Day or Mason
Schultz.
Pass intended for number 13.
Correct. So that was Schultz, the intended receiver. It goes through his arms as he would have been brought down around the 39-yard line. It would have been good enough for a Palisades first down. Instead, we see a punt here for the Pirates, and the Crusaders have 2 back deep.
And they did run 4 sticks routes there, so that does set up a double move for later.
Nice punt by Trickell. Tiptoes the sideline, stays in bounds. Cuts back. It'll be wrapped up. And a hard hit coming in
that
later
looked
on.
Like Drew Boyd. Nope, it's 15. Diaz.
So C.J. Diaz was on the return. Does pick up some yardage as the ball would have been down inside their own 10 around the 8-yard line. Instead, they start the drive on their own 22-yard line.
Good job tiptoeing there.
Yeah. So with 8:52 to play, both squads with possessions. The first one for the Crusaders ending up in a turnover. Now we see Bodner back on the field. looking to throw. And hit
Diaz.
and picks up enough for a
On the reception.
Notre Dame first down.
Good for a Crusader first down.
Ball spotted around the 33-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the
Simple
33
pattern,
yard line.
easy setup there for the Crusaders. Man in motion, handoff. Capobianco trying to take a man with him.
Nice tackle.
On the carry.
It's going to be brought down.
One-on-one play by 40.
Solomon Riddle on the
Solomon
stop for the
Riddle.
Pirates.
Riddle, just a sophomore, coming up with a tackle, bringing up 2nd and 6. And they're already at the line, ready to go with 28 seconds on the play clock. So quickly moving are the Crusaders. Bodner looks to pass. Sideline cutting back. Diving grab made. Did it hit the turf or not?
That's Boyd there.
And Drew Boyd, the junior.
He does make the catch.
Momentum taking him one way. Does dive back towards the 50, but makes the grab in 1st and 10 from the 44 of the Pirates.
They're wasting no time, like you said.
Yeah, 13 seconds off the play clock, now 15. And they'll take a look to the sideline. Head coach Philip Stambaugh.
Wearing his neon yellow shoes.
You can see him very easily from up here.
Capobianco up the middle.
With a
Gets
carry.
about 4.
He tries to extend his arm out as far as he could. He does get marked down at the 40. So 2nd and 6 now for Notre Dame.
A lot of substitutions.
On the stop for the Pirates.
Now in the backfield is Aaron Gordon, number 1.
Brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Crusaders.
Pressure coming, unmarked. And Bodner has to deliver a pass out of bounds.
Intended for number 13, Boyd.
I think that was number 50.
3rd and 6.
54.
Ball on the Pirate 40
Do not
yard
see
line.
on the roster we have.
Yes.
Oh, there
Chase
he is.
Smith.
Chase Smith,
For the
the
Pirates.
senior, 6'1", 165. Unmarked, gets pressure on Bodner and forces a pass away. 3rd and 6. Bodner with time, this time over the middle. Finds an open
Got it.
Crusader. Cuts to the near sideline
That's Clark.
and forced out of bounds.
Number 2, Alex Clark.
Alex Clark. He also had
Number 43.
15 C.J. Diaz running wide open going the other way on that crossing route.
Fitzgerald
First down.
gets credit for the tackle out of bounds, but that could have been danger. There was two Pirates in coverage, but splitting that perfectly and picking up a first down. Ball in the 25, ball snap, looking out wide, overthrows his receiver.
Looking for Streba.
Bodner's
On a
pass
quick out
was
route.
incomplete. Pass intended for number 5.
It's going to bring up
Stride
2nd and 10 from the 25 now. 7:02 to play in the first quarter. This is just the second drive for the Crusaders.
Number 13,
Streba in the
Schultz
backfield
on the coverage
now.
For the Pirates.
Now moves to the bottom of your screen in the backfield.
And it's a draw.
Moving forward, still on his feet and eventually brought down, but not before a gain of about 6 yards.
And he did not fumble this time.
He did not. Brought down by Silas Day. Senior listed at 6'4", 220. Makes a stop, 3rd and
Number
4.
54, Bloom on the stop for the Pirates. Brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Crusaders. Ball on the 20-yard line.
They got to get Streba in space.
Unmarked
Oh,
again. Bodner goes down in the backfield. Chase Smith with a sack.
Really nice play there.
And that's the second time Smith has been kind of unattended there, getting in the backfield. And that's going to bring up 4th and long for the Crusaders.
And they're going to go for it.
Kind of in no man's land here.
You punt, you don't really pick up
Yeah,
much.
it's nothing.
And they have the athletes. I mean,
And it looks like there will be a timeout taken here by head coach Stambaugh. And we'll take a short break and rejoin you here after the timeout.
Timeout, Crusaders.
Azar Supermarket, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem. Locally owned and operated by George Azar. Stop by today and pick from the freshest produce, much of it grown right here at home in Pennsylvania. Peruse the meat counter for the finest cuts of chicken, beef, lamb, and halal products. Take a step to your right. It's a selection of olives and mezza and cheese and more. Azar's features a full lineup of products imported from the Mediterranean, including Lebanese olive oil and hard-to-find spices and herbs. Shop Azar's, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem for great value.
And we're back.
Back for 4th and 14 from the 29-yard line. 5:56 to play after the first timeout called by Coach Stambaugh and the Crusaders. Going forward on 4th and 14. Plenty of time, looking end zone. Goes through the outstretched hands of C.J. Diaz. It's going to be a turnover on downs for the Crusaders, and the Palisades Pirates coming back out for their second.
And if he would have looked the other way, he had a wheel route with Streba, who was running with nobody on him because Cook followed the post from the inside guy.
So the Crusaders defense back on the field. Jack Trickell and company returns to the field. Drive will start on their own 29. Palisades, after starting 4-0, back-to-back losses, and coming into tonight's game off a big win over Palmerton, 41-6. Handoff, gets to the outside, gets the edge, gets beyond the 35, call it the 37.
And that was Werner.
On the carry for the Pirates.
A gain of 8 yards brings up 2nd and 2 for Palisades.
By number 2, Clark, and number 30, Grant.
Nice job using the size of their line there to just overwhelm the smaller guys on Notre Dame's outside.
Clark and Grant credited for the force out of bounds. So 2nd and 2.
If you look, their ends are really small on Notre Dame.
Quick pass outside. That's Cook gets it. Breaks free but tripped up.
32, I think.
Number 18, Cook.
And I believe that is number 32.
Madden Rosselli.
Just a sophomore.
On the stop for the Crusaders. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Ball on their own 45-yard line.
So that picks up a Palisades first down. Ball on the their own 45-yard line. 4:50 to play in the first quarter. Ball snap with 10 on the play clock. Hands it off.
The quick hitter right up the middle. Little trap.
Werner
Used to be a bread and butter for Easton.
Tom Kosiba on the tackle.
Werner the fullback on the carry.
Seen a heavy dose of him so far.
2nd and 4 for the
Cook with
Pirates.
just one
Ball on the
catch.
Crusader 49-yard line.
But they have a mismatch with Cook against either one of these corners because of his height.
Outsized a little bit. Trickell, QB designed run. Was tripped up in the backfield but managed to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Garrett Grant's with the initial hit.
Capobianco on the stop.
And Capobianco kind of wraps him up.
Brings up a 3rd and 4.
So 3rd down and 4 for the Pirates.
Ball on the Crusader 49-yard line.
They're on the other side of the 50.
I'd like to see him get something to Cook here.
Schultz and Cook at the top of your screen.
Especially if Notre Dame isn't going to react to the trip set. No, now they have. They're moving guys out.
With time, quick pass. Finds a man, he's
Werner.
open, and Warner picks up another Pirates first down. He's forced out of bounds at the 41.
Callett Wilson on the force out.
And this drive continues for Palisades. And they're doing what we saw Northern Lehigh do a couple of weeks ago, keeping Bodner on the sideline and draining this clock is something that Northern Lehigh did very well the first quarter into the second quarter.
They kept Notre Dame's offense off the field.
Trickell still in shotgun formation.
Something North Schuylkill has become very adept at doing as well.
Nice block up front. Trickell still moving forward and eventually planted into the turf.
Got about 5, though.
Another designed run for Trickell.
Clark on the tackle.
Clark and Capobianco, I believe, were the Crusaders in on the tackle. So second and medium for the Pirates. 2:13 to play in the first quarter.
And the game plan is perfect so far.
Doing exactly what you're asking. Yeah. Coach Bobby Smith has to be pleased with that through 10 minutes of the first quarter. Man in motion is Cook. He's out to the far side, top of your screen, looking that way. Throw behind his receiver, but caught anyway.
By Fitzgerald, Ashton Fitzgerald.
And nicely done by Fitzgerald, the senior. Reaching out behind him. The ball was thrown fairly far behind him, and now that picks up another first down for the Pirates as the clock continues to run. 1:42 to play in the first quarter.
And they're letting that play clock go down to 15, 16 seconds sometimes before they break the huddle.
And we seen that as well the last time they played Northern Lehigh. Both squads facing the Bulldogs on games that we covered. And now Trickell. Hands off.
Fitzgerald.
Capobianco falls off. Fitzgerald. Whistle eventually blown. They'll give him...
Look like 72 and 77.
So Scherer and Kosiba on the tackle.
And that's what Notre Dame has to do.
Yeah.
Make it second and long, not second and medium.
Trickell entering the huddle with 16 on the play clock. They break now. 43 seconds to play in the opening quarter here at Lafayette College. Play clock at 3. Quick pass.
Got him.
Another
Is that Fitzgerald again?
pass to Fitzgerald.
Yes, it is.
And playing into that open space. And Gordon coming in on the tackle.
So now it's 3rd and short again. This is, they're
Third and
executing
manageable.
the game plan perfectly.
And that will most likely be the last play of the first quarter. 8 seconds on the game clock. The play clock is not currently running. But that will be the end of the first quarter. We are scoreless here on CWTAP's Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarkets.
X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484-250-0391. X-Golf. 80 Kunkel Drive in Easton, right off the 25th Street exit of Route 22.
And welcome back. Start of the second quarter. We're scoreless. Palisades and Notre Dame here at Lafayette College. Palisades 3rd and 3. Ball on the 22-yard line of the Crusaders. approaching red zone territory. Day in motion. Pitch goes to
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. He
Ooh.
gets outside, but wrapped up, and I believe that's going to be Capobianco.
Capobianco. Really nice play, one-on-one.
And a loss of a couple of yards, going to bring up 4th and 5. We'll see what the Pirates elect to do here. Bring in
I
bigger linemen here.
think they have to go for it.
Loss of one in that last play brings
Yeah, they brought in a couple big boys, that's for sure.
23-yard
So
line.
changing things around a little bit, bringing up 4th and 4.
Field goal.
And a field goal
Trickell.
attempt. Trickell is going to
No.
hold,
Trickell holding, yeah.
and I believe that's number 18. Not 18. Kick is up, has the distance, and it
And
is
it's good.
Pirates take a 3-0 lead.
It was 10,
In the second quarter, the score is Pirates.
which we don't have.
Which I do not see on our roster, but it is 3-0 Palisades with a wonderful field goal kick. Excellent distance. We'll take a short break here and return for kickoff.
Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 3rd Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slade Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, nuts, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that.
Welcome back. Palisades gets on the board first with a 39-yard field goal.
By John Doe.
Still waiting to confirm the name and number, and a squib kick picked up by Caden
Dietze.
and he's going to be dropped at the 49-yard line.
On the return, number 23,
That number, since he is to the kickoff.
Day
10. Did the kickoff.
on the stop for the Pirates. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball on their own 48-yard
So starting with good field position are the Crusaders, and we'll see what they can do here. They're down 3-0. Just under a minute into the second quarter, 11:09 to play. Bodner awaits the snap. He'll get it. Hands it off to Capobianco. Finds a hole and
Gets about 6-5 they're going to give him.
wrapped up by number 58, Rexinger.
Day on the stop for the Pirates.
Rexinger and Day. Silas Day was credited as well on that tackle. 2nd and 5. They're on the other side of the 50 on the Pirates' 47-yard line. Streba. He'll get a handoff. Trying to just
Gets about
push forward.
3.
A long 3-yard.
Well, they're giving them 4, so it'll be 3rd and 1 here for Notre Dame.
See if they elect to hand it off once again. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Streba looks to pass. Pressure coming. Bodner rolls out. Can he get it himself? He's trying to get outside. Brought down. Ball eventually comes out, but it's not until after he does.
He's right on the line to gain. They might have to measure this one.
They might. We saw a couple at Tamaqua. 2 times the chain gang came out.
They're giving it to him.
And I believe they are going to give him a first down. They will. So the drive continues for the Crusaders.
But he was right
Very
on that
close.
line.
Very close indeed, Jason. And now they're looking to move quickly. Play clock is at 15. Streba up the middle. Runs into a couple of Crusaders, and right there was Solomon Riddle.
This is the most I think we've seen Notre Dame run this year.
Yeah.
It's usually short passes and hope your guy can break a tackle and score a touchdown.
But these chunks of 5 to 7 yards, setting them up for 2nd and 3 now in this instance. Ball on the 35-yard line of the Pirates. Handing off again.
Streba again. Gonna have the first down to the 30. You know what this is doing, though, is it's taking up more clock.
Exactly that. So Riddle with yet another stop.
Striba's carry good for another Crusader first down.
So Streba now on the far side of Bodner. He'll get the snap. Will he hand it off? He will.
Streba again.
Finds a seam. He's still on his feet, wrapped
First
up.
down.
But he's inside the 20. The clock's going to be stopped. And a first down, and as the Crusaders are now in the red zone, looking to get their first points on the board tonight.
And in the backfield now is Aaron Gordon, number 1.
Man in motion is Rosselli. Now Clark going from near to far side. Bodner rolls out. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Dangerous. Does he make the catch?
He did. Oh, they're saying he is out of bounds.
My goodness, what an effort.
That was a dangerous throw, though. You had 2 guys running right underneath them.
We saw that play at Northern Lehigh. He was picked off. That exact play. That time benefiting the Crusaders, just out of bounds. An excellent play, but not the result.
Intended for Cody Driscoll.
Driscoll, number 10, the senior wideout. Clock stop with 8:12 to play until halftime. Man in motion. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Gets a hit on Bodner. Late catch made. Did he stay in bounds? They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, but the catch is made.
And it'll be a Crusader first down inside the 10-yard line.
It looks like there may be a flag on the far side of the field, so we'll see what this is. As there was a hit that came in late on Bodner, but it looks like the Crusaders are backing up.
Illegal formation.
And that's going to put the Crusaders further back.
On the offense.
It's not a false start.
Yeah,
false
I was going to say
is a
the
dead
play,
ball
the
foul.
play wouldn't have happened, but legal motion or legal formation of some sort. It's going to make it 2nd and 15 instead of 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
2nd and 14 for the Crusaders.
So Bodner gets the snap, looking to the near side with time now, rolls out, finds a man open. Oh, fumble! Ball is loose!
That was Driscoll again.
And a late flag comes in, thrown from the back judge. Flags down inside the 10-yard line, but what a hit!
This might stay with Notre Dame because you are probably going to get like an illegal spear here because he led with the crown of his helmet.
Targeting?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see what the call is here. There seems to be a discussion between the referees. They're standing around the 15-yard line here. You can see on your screen. But a big hit delivered.
Hit him with the crown of the helmet right on the ball.
Crusader open in the flat as Bodner rolled out to the near side. My goodness. And it has to be some sort of targeting if they're discussing it this long. And Coach Stambaugh was livid.
Yeah.
He's standing out around the 22-yard line on the field waiting for a call. So is head coach Bobby Smith on the far side. He's on the 25.
You can tell Stambaugh by the shoes.
Yeah. Let's see what the call is here. Personal foul targeting is the call. And hands go up in the air by the Pirates.
Yeah, you can't leave your feet and hit with the crown of your helmet. That's targeting every time.
On the defense.
And that player is disqualified now, whoever it was. I didn't see a number.
So we'll see when they leave the field. I don't think they left the field yet.
First down for the Crusaders.
But it depends who it is.
If that's Lincoln Cook on the outside there.
But that's what I mean. No one has left the field of play. They're discussing it with head coach Bobby Smith on the far sideline.
Ball on the Pirates' 7-yard line.
no one came off the field to our knowledge here. Ball's going to be spotted inside the 10 on the inside the 7. And what was thought to be a fumble targeting penalty going against the Pirates now results in 1st and goal from the 7 for the Crusaders. Play clock starts now.
Streba up the middle.
Wrapped up by Silas Day.
Gets the 3.
Stopped by number 11, Day.
Pick up about 3 or 4 yards here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
3 on that last play.
Notre Dame bringing in some big boys on the line.
4-yard line.
Crusaders looking to capitalize on that personal foul penalty going against the Pirates. Handoff again up the middle.
Touchdown, Streba.
And Streba gets into the end zone. It is 6-3 Notre Dame Green Pond. A nicely done drive. Penalty moved them back, but then the targeting penalty giving them 1st and goal opportunity. Clemente Cintron on the kick, the point after. Holding is Streba. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up.
Off the upright, put in.
Good. It is 7-3 in favor of Notre Dame Green Pond over Palisades. You're watching Friday Night Football's Game of the Week, presented by Azars.
7:22.
With crime on the rise across the United States of America, it's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security, 866-307-8417. Call today.
And welcome back. It is 7-3 Notre Dame Green Pond leading Palisades as Streba gets into the end zone. And the kickoff is away. Returning are the Pirates. Ball caught around the 6. Knocked down. Nice open field tackle there. I believe that was number 12, Cintron.
Stopped by number 32.
Rosselli.
Or 32, excuse me, Rosselli.
And I believe that was Silas Day on the return.
20-yard line.
So the ball is spotted at the 20. Pirates will begin their drive there with 7:17 to play in the first half.
You can get another long drive here, even if you only get a field goal out of it again.
Well, if you eat the clock for the remainder of the quarter, you get the ball starting the second half. Something we saw Northern Lehigh do a couple of weeks ago as well against this talented Crusader squad.
Notre Dame made a lot of adjustments at halftime in that game, though.
They did, and that was the difference maker, posting a shutout in the second half against the Bulldogs. Now we see the Pirates, a designed run for Trickell. He cuts back to the near side, tries to hurdle one defender, but he's going to be dropped.
Rosselli with another nice tackle.
On the stop.
And gain of about a yard.
That carry good for a gain of 1 yard, brings up a 2nd and 9. Ball on the
Nice effort by Trickell, though, going left to start, cutting back, coming all the way across the field, and getting something positive.
So now 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. Play clock at 18 as Trickell now gets to his huddle. They'll break with 11 seconds until the end of this play clock. 6:30 to play in the first half. 1 on the play clock. Ball handed off.
Werner.
Another nice open field
That's
tackle.
Rosselli again.
Rosselli.
That's 3 straight for him.
Really standing his ground, finding where this running back core is going to end up. Sniffing it out. Very nice first half put together by Rosselli. Just a sophomore.
Ball on their own 23-yard line.
Wonder if he was named after John Madden, with his first name being Madden.
Maybe. Ball snap, rolling out to the far side, looking to throw is Trickell. Delivers a ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he really didn't have anybody open there. They only had 2 guys out in the route.
And there's a coach on the far sideline livid, as that's going to bring up 4th and 7.
And they just ran layered out, so one ran a 10-yard out, the other one ran a 15-yard out. Notre Dame had it covered up nicely.
Back deep is Boyd and Streba.
Back to receive the punt.
2 of the fastest kids in the Lehigh Valley.
Standing around their own 40-yard line. Ball is snapped.
Trickell gets it away.
Takes a bounce at the 50. It'll continue to roll in favor of the Pirates inside the 40, and it'll be down at the 38-yard line, which is where the drive will start for the Crusaders. They hold a 7-3 lead over Palisades.
So see if Notre Dame ratchets up the pass game here.
See what they elect to do here, as Bodner is throwing the ball pretty well, but hasn't been overly used. Been handing it off a lot to Streba. Bodner gets the snap, looks to throw, like you said, Jason, plenty of time in the pocket. Delivers a strike, coming back for it was Drew Boyd. He has some room. Brought down inside the 40.
All the way down to about the 36-yard line. 35 they're going to give him.
On the coverage for the Pirates.
And that's how quick Notre Dame can eat up the yards.
Exactly what you wanted to do if you're Coach Stambaugh. And Bodner with an excellent pass, but even better receiving by Boyd to come back to the ball. And he gets it again on this. Has a blocker in front, sidesteps one.
He's going to be about a yard short of the first down here.
There's a trio of Pirates there on the tackle. Is going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Nice little temple screen, we used to call that, middle screen.
Fitzgerald getting credit with the tackle. Moving quickly, 10 on the just expired on the play clock. Just 10 seconds it took. Handoff with an opening. Can he get to the edge?
And there's Gordon for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Crusaders. Extending the lead to 13-3.
Aaron Gordon.
Had the ball for just about a minute, Jason,
Yeah,
and able to extend the lead.
That's how quick they can get it done.
We'll see Cintron back on the field for the point after attempt to make this an 11-point contest. Did knock it in off the far upright.
Easton up 10-0 on Liberty. Right down the street
Yeah, I was
here.
going to say, not too far away from where we're at here at Lafayette College.
Parkland's up 7-0 on Central Catholic.
Okay, kick is up. And good, and now it is 14-3. Notre Dame Green Pond leads Palisades. You're watching Friday Night Football's Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarket.
Have you racked up over $15,000 in credit card debt? Do the collection calls ring nonstop? There's a solution to the situation the banks don't want you to know about. CuraDebt has over 20 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call the CuraDebt Credit Solutions hotline today to see if you qualify. 877-835-0026. No obligation, 100% confidential Cure a Debt Credit Solutions. 877-835-0026. Cure a Debt Credit Solutions now. 877-835-0026. 877-835-0026. Call today.
And welcome back. We're at Lafayette College. The Crusaders leading Palisades 14-3, 4:30 remaining in the second quarter. L.J. Smith, Jason Parrish on the call with you. Mark Perrone getting set to kick off to the Pirates. Caught on their own 9-yard line. I believe that's Lincoln Cook. He's going to go to the far side. Spun around and eventually dropped around the 22-yard line where the Pirates will start this drive.
Garrett Grant's on the stop. Inside linebacker for Notre Dame, who we saw the first time we saw them this year. He had a big game, a lot of tackles.
Ball will be placed around their own 22-yard line.
Pirates out on the field. It looks like Rowan Tharp, the senior, 6'4", 380, is now at right guard. Man in motion is Fitzgerald. That's where he's going. Catch made, but wrapped up immediately. And he is excited.
That was Callett Wilson.
Frankel's pass complete.
Senior, 5'8", 175.
Fitzgerald with yet another catch, this one for a negative yard.
For the Crusaders.
Just a flat pattern trying to catch Notre Dame sleeping, but they weren't.
Stop made by number 17, John Hall.
So 2nd and 11, play clock at 10 while they break the huddle. So they're hurrying up to the line. Trickell needs to get the snap off one. They do. Looks to throw, rolling out to the near side, pressure coming. He'll pick up about 6-7 yards, bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and medium, excuse me.
Rolled out to the right, didn't see anybody open, saw a little bit of green grass, and got himself 5 yards.
It's 3rd and 6 from the 26. Does stop the clock with 3:26 to play. See what they elect to do. Last 3rd down, they rolled out to the far side. Pass was thrown away, and they had to punt. Lone back, I believe, that looks like Warner.
Tough for a righty to roll out to the left. You have to reset the hips, reset the shoulders before you can release the ball.
It definitely looked awkward that time around. Evading for now.
Taking off.
And he's forced out of bounds.
About 2 yards short.
The 30 is where they're going to mark him short. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Cassell was on the tackle.
How much of a gambler are you?
I mean, in this distance, this close to halftime, you don't want to give the Crusaders great field position. Not saying they couldn't get it, but with a stout D line that the Crusaders have, is it worth the shot? Trickell lined up as the punter, and a flag.
Now it's going to be a moot point. False start.
Against the Pirates, and it's going to be 4th and 7 now.
So now you even throw the fake punt away.
Yeah, just those self-inflicted penalties not necessarily going to benefit you in this case. And now 4th and 2 turns into 4th and 7.
Boyd back to receive the punt.
Boyd is alone to receive.
It's a bad punt this time.
I'm not sure if anyone got a finger on it. So wisely done to kind of ward off Boyd, because we saw, I don't know if it was Boyd or another returner on a punt return,
Boyd.
Came up 40 yards, free sprint forward. No one touched the ball. He picked it up on the 21 and ran it in the end zone against Northern Lehigh. So you never just assume he's going to let it go.
Right.
In that regard. So nicely done by the Pirates to kind of force that. And
Even if you're standing there, he'll pick it
Yep.
up right in front of you, thinking his speed will get away.
so not a great punt for Palisades, but the Crusaders will start their drive on the Pirates' 43-yard line.
Only got 13 out of that.
Yeah. 3:11 to play in the first half, and we've seen the Crusaders strike fairly quickly so far this season. Handoff. Streba forced backwards. Cuts inside. Flag comes in from the head referee around the L for Lafayette in
You got a
midfield.
block in the back is the signal. He was showing Palisades.
Would have been about a gain of 5.
On the offense.
And that holding penalty is going to back up Notre Dame a little further. So just, it is a 10-yard penalty.
That'll be a 10-yard
So
penalty.
1st and 20 now
For the Crusaders,
for
ball
Notre
on the
Dame.
7-yard line. 3:03.
Interesting, because it's usually a spot foul in high school.
So I wonder if it happened at the line of scrimmage, just not right when the ball was snapped, because it was a late thrown flag as play was now on the far side. Little screen dump pass to Alex Clark. Met
Bodner's
by a
pass
Pirate,
to Clark.
Got about 6 out of it.
and that was 54 Chase Smith, the senior. Said his name a couple of times so far this evening. Clock continues to run, 2:40 to play in the second quarter.
Got that temple screen going again.
Kind of pulling the lineman, letting those D linemen free towards Bodner. He's able to get rid of it. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Bodner looks to throw. He's looking this way. Looking
Oh, he's
deep.
got Boyd.
Boyd's there, jumps up through his hands. There is some contact, but no flag.
Ooh, I might have thrown that flag because
wonder
the defender never turned around.
That's
He
what I was
never
gonna
saw
say.
the ball.
I think it was Traquel in coverage. I didn't see him turn around towards the ball.
On the stop and coverage for the Pirates.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 14 now for the Crusaders. Clock at 2:19.
I think if Bodner might have underthrown him a little bit,
A little bit
it
more.
would've-
A little bit more than what
it
he
would have
did.
ended up a. Do we have a timeout? Yes, we do.
And we
Timeout,
do. A
Notre Dame.
timeout taken by Coach Stambaugh, and the Crusaders will step aside and rejoin you here after this short break.
We at Lifeline Screening have screened over 9 million people over 25 years. We identify your risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and other chronic illnesses. We use state-of-the-art ultrasound technology to look into your arteries to identify your plaque levels. During your screening, we examine the carotid arteries in the neck for plaque buildup that can lead to a stroke. We check your abdominal aorta for an aneurysm, a ballooning of this large artery in your belly which can rupture if it gets too big. We evaluate the pressures in your arms and ankles and calculate what is called an ankle brachial index. This is an indirect way to assess the flow in the arteries of legs and identify risks for more cardiovascular disease. We scan your shin bone to determine the density of the bone and derive risk for osteoporosis. And lastly, atrial fibrillation.
And welcome back after the timeout. Crusaders, 3rd and 14. Bodner alone in the backfield, gets the snap quickly, pressure coming, trying to evade. He's going to be wrapped
He's
up.
going to be wrapped up, sacked.
And a big loss for the Crusaders. The Pirates come up strong with a solid defensive effort. William Cap, the junior, number 65 in the backfield. And that's going to force a punt for Green Pond.
And Clemente Cintron will come out to punt. We've seen him punt once or twice this year.
And that's all
And
he's
they've
had
been
to do.
really, really good punts.
2 Pirates back deep.
We're 4th and Long Island.
4th and Long Island for sure, Jason. Clock now 1:37 when the ball snapped. Has plenty of time and a spiral booming punt.
Really,
Going to take a bounce
really
at the
good
5. and end up in the Leopards' end zone.
That is a 59-yard punt by a high schooler.
Just perfect spiral. Perfect. 1:29 on the clock.
Intron punt sails into the end zone.
So Palisades has a choice to make. Do you want to try to get points here, or do you want to cut your losses, say, okay, 14-3 at halftime? Notre Dame only has one timeout.
But the Palisade Pirates have 3 timeouts to utilize here, and this is the thing we always say. Do you want to give Bodner and the offense time?
Right.
With just 40 seconds remaining or however long it takes. They only have one timeout to use for the Crusaders. One running off the field late here is Aaron Gordon. But Trickell here, we'll see if he can utilize Cook. We haven't set him too much this first half. 1:29 to play. Trickell looks to throw. Quick out. There is Cook. He'll pick up about
Covered by Clark.
pick up a gain of about 8 yards.
For the Crusaders.
So,
Another guy with track speed. They're all over
Yeah.
Notre Dame's roster.
Oh, for sure.
2 for the Pirates. Ball on the Pirate 28-yard line.
2nd and 2. Clock stopped with 1:25. So no need to burn a timeout. See the likes of Ashton Fitzgerald. He's the closest to Trickell. The bottom of your screen, we'll see if they elect to go to him. Trickell has to evade. Falls forward. I believe he picks up enough.
It's going to be close, but I think he does have enough. Looks like he's right on the 30.
And it's going to be enough for a Pirate first down. Clock continues to run here. 1:10 to play. Trickell awaits the snap. Gets it. Looks to throw. Gets rid of it down the near sideline, and it's just over the outstretched hand of Cook.
That was a hold there on C.J. Diaz. The official did not see it, but almost ripped Cook's shoulder or jersey off his shoulder pads there.
Yeah, Diaz and Boyd were both in coverage, as you can assume they're going to go to their sure-handed wideout in this scenario, and they try to just over the outstretched hand of Lincoln Cook. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 1:02 until halftime. Snap rolling out to the near side. Has a man wide open, gets his feet down and out of bounds before the 50. Wonderfully
Mason
done.
Schultz.
6'2", 175 senior wideout coming up with a nice catch. And that play developed very nicely for the Pirates. Clock stopped at 57 seconds as Trickell gets the call in from the sideline and now heads to the huddle. We'll see what the Pirates can do as they approach midfield. About 30-some seconds into this drive. Ball snap, looks to throw, goes to the far side, a flag thrown, and a wide open pass falls incomplete off the hands of Schultz, who was looking to run before he had the pass, but a flag anyway. We'll see what it is.
You're going to get a hold there, too.
It's almost better that way. He did drop it instead of picking up a gain of maybe 10, 15 yards, and it's negated. It's going to be holding against.
Oh, no. Personal foul chop block. That's even worse. That's a
not-
15.
That's not what you want to do in this scenario if you're Palisades, setting yourself back even further.
Foul on the Pirates.
So the chop block in high school is when one guy's engaged with someone up top, you cannot go down at his knees, and that's when they call the chop block.
So they're walking off the yardage here. And it's going to be first.
No, it's a personal foul. It's 15 yards.
So first and 25 is what it should be.
Yes.
Or per Alex, first in Kempton.
First in Kempton. Thank you, Alex. First in 25 for Palisades. Ball is spotted on the 32. And we've seen Aglioloro's leg for a 39-yard field goal, trying to do the same. Triquel delivers a pass.
And
did
it's
he
caught.
make the catch? He
He
did.
did.
My goodness.
That was Schultz.
Makes an excellent grab, drops one on the far side, and another amazing grab on the near side. It's going to stop the clock because he was falling out of bounds. He does pick up about 6 yards. So 2nd and 19 now.
2nd and Kutztown.
So they didn't stop the clock. So the clock's going to continue to run. 3 timeouts for Palisades. You would assume you're taking a timeout. They're looking at the board now, and they're going to allow them to break the huddle. Precious time ticking off the clock.
Tick, 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 tick.
2nd and 19. Triquel, pressure, delivers a pass.
Fitzgerald, incomplete.
Falls incomplete, a little low for Fitzgerald. I wonder the decision to let the clock run, knowing how much yardage you'd have to cover to even get a field goal. And as we said, Jason, not allowing Bodner to get back on the field. If you have an incomplete pass or you run the ball here, Green Pond still has a timeout to use where they could get the ball back with maybe 6-7 seconds, depending on what happens here.
Do you try a double move here with
Cook? Schultz at the top of your screen. Cook, the bottom. High snap. Triquel keeps it himself. It's going to be brought down around the 41-yard line, and we'll see a timeout taken by Coach Stambaugh.
Yes, their last one of the half.
And we'll take a short break, rejoin you for the final 12 seconds of the first half. And welcome back. 12 seconds until halftime. Notre Dame calls their third and final timeout of the first half with a 14-3 lead over Palisades.
And if I'm Triquel here, I am kicking the ball out of bounds.
Snap, good. Pressure coming in. High punt. It's going to... I think it bounced off a Crusader.
Looked like it bounced off Gordon there.
Or Clark, number
Clark,
2.
yes, Clark.
And falling on top of it was a Crusader. So Notre Dame will start their drive from their own 40, but they have enough time for one play. We'll see if Bodner looks to air it out or if they take a knee, as Palisades will get the ball to start the second half.
How about a Statue of Liberty or an annexation of Puerto Rico?
Some type of trick play here. You'll hear from Alex Fidrashevsky, Matt Baker at the half. Homecoming here for
So it'll be a little extra
for
halftime.
Notre Dame. So a little extended halftime here. But first, the final 5 seconds of the second quarter. Bodner gets the snap. Quick out pass. Goes to Drew Boyd. Tries to sidestep one, but it's not going to be able to. And the final seconds will tick off the clock as we will head to halftime here at Fisher Field.
When I saw Boyd hanging back, I thought you might see like a hook and lateral.
Yeah. So a 20-minute halftime is on the clock since we do have homecoming tonight for Notre Dame Green Pond. The score 14-3 in favor of the Crusaders. We'll take a short break before Alex and Matt join you here at halftime. We thank you for joining us here on CWTAP's Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarket.
Selling your house the traditional way takes time. Agents, showings, repairs, fees, and more. It's really a hassle. But what if you could skip it all and sell your home for cash fast? At House Buyer Network, we buy homes in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, no cleaning, no repairs. Whether it's inherited, outdated, or you're behind on payments, we'll make you a fair cash offer within 24 hours. Close in as little as 7 days. Thousands have sold the easy way. Now it's your turn. Call 949-352-4770 for your free no-obligation cash offer. House Buyer Network, fast cash, no hassle. 949-352-4770. 949-352-4770. It's Queen's Nutritional Products, 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. The Novak family, still the proprietors. For a wide variety of high-quality vitamins, supplements, and herbs, shop Queen's Nutritional Products. From vitamin A to zinc and everything in between, the Queen Bee and her busy bees on staff can assist you. Queen's Nutritional Products also has a full line of dry and roasted nuts, dried fruits, and more. That historic nut hut still producing the best nuts and dried fruits in the Lehigh Valley. Queen's Nutritional Products also offers a variety of natural soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, and more, because what you put on your body is as important as what you put in it. Queen's Nutritional Products is open Monday through Wednesday and Saturday from 9 until 6, Thursday and Friday from 9 till 7, as well as Sunday from 11 till 4. Seniors get 10% off every day on many items in the store. Visit them online at queensnutrition.shop, or better yet, stop by Queen's Nutritional Products at 1450 Pennsylvania Avenue in Allentown. Azar Supermarket, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem. Locally owned and operated by George Azar. Stop by today and pick from the freshest produce, much of it grown right here at home in Pennsylvania. Peruse the meat counter for the finest cuts of chicken, beef, lamb, and halal products. Take a step to your right. It's a selection of olives and mezza and cheese and more. Azar's features a full lineup of products imported from the Mediterranean, including Lebanese olive oil and hard-to-find spices and herbs. Shop Azar's, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem, for great value.
And we're back here at Fisher Field Lafayette College. It's halftime on the CWTAP Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azars and Pennsylvania Football News. Alex Fidrushevsky and Matt Baker giving a little break here to LJ and Jason Parrish. Did a great job on the opening half. It's 14-3 in favor of the Crusaders of Notre Dame. Matt, it's been a really good game so far.
Yeah, really good game. Turnovers so far for Notre Dame have been an issue. You had the fumble early, which didn't amount to anything. Palisades went up early on a field goal. You had another fumble that was brought back due to a penalty that we're still not sure.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have the college thing where they can look up the replay.
And I feel like it was the turning point in the game. The momentum shifted at that point in favor of Notre Dame. They capitalized on it and rolled off a couple of touchdowns to go into halftime in the driver's seat. But Palisades has shown that they can move the ball a little bit. And I think, listen, they're still within punching distance as we are hitting halftime.
Yep, no, I agree, and we'll have to see what happens here in the second half, see what kind of changes both sides decide to make.
Before we get into some of the games that are going on right now, because we have been tracking some of the big scores throughout the region, let's bring up the Pennsylvania Football News rankings for this week. It is also homecoming here for Notre Dame this evening, so halftime is 20 minutes instead of 15. Gives you and me an extra 5 minutes to ramble on about one of our favorite things, high school football. They have moved Harrisburg into number 1 at 7-0 with LaSalle behind them, Pittsburgh Central Catholic, and St. Joe's Prep in there at number 4. Parkland, State College, North Allegheny, Central York, Imhotep, and Easton, your top 10.
Yeah, and, I looked at a couple different rankings this week. Some people have started to drop prep down, and by down, I mean 8, 9, 10.
It's an odd quagmire, right? We expect St. Joe's to probably be 4-2, not 2-4, but 5-1. This is what we're used to. But when you look at the competition that they're playing, for me, the big question is, and I know that this is Billy's argument when they have the rankings meeting every Sunday night. Who beneath them beats them? And every week the consensus is always, well, nobody.
But the flip side of that is we don't know because they don't all play them.
Correct.
So, unfortunately, you're stuck in a little bit of a where do you go? Now, they've lost to Roman. They've lost to LaSalle. If something happens this week, do they fall out of the top 10?
I don't think they'll fall out of the top 10, but they'll certainly take a tumble. If they go to 2-5, it's very difficult to drop them completely, knowing that they would probably still be a heavy favorite against almost, if not everybody beneath them. Though for me, I would have kept LaSalle number 1 me last week. And I understand the point that Harrisburg is winning. LaSalle has a loss, but it's not a bad loss.
Right, correct.
And they've got a win over now. They got that win over St. Joe's last week. I would probably have gone with LaSalle number 1, but it's not an unfair ranking, and I think at this point in the season, I would also have probably put Easton ahead of Imhotep if it was me.
Yeah, and I understand Parkland had a great year last year. You're 7-0. You going back to the adage of who below St. Joe's beats them. I think Easton's a better team than Parkland.
I don't think that's the most unfair take in the Lehigh Valley in this football season.
Yeah, I really do. I think if there's a team that could potentially beat Parkland, it's Easton. They should be back-to-back, not 5 teams separate.
Yeah, I think Easton's also played a tougher schedule.
Yes.
And I think that should carry a little bit of weight. And, Coatesville being in their honorable mention, I think at this point in the season we could probably argue Coatesville ahead of Imhotep as well, especially with what Coatesville's got coming up next. If we get to a point where Imhotep finishes the season 5-5 and Coatesville beats Downingtown Directional and Shanahan in the last 3 weeks, I don't see how you couldn't have them in the top 10 pushing towards the top 5 because those are going to be the 3 biggest wins of their season.
Yeah, and we're going to see a little bit of movement now as we start to get later in before hitting district playoffs.
I still like Penn Ridge, and now let's hop to 5A. Pine Richland, number 1. Big news of the day out of Pine Richland, Khalil Taylor, 5-star wide receiver, decommits from Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State, you can't drop those games, especially when you lose to an 0-4 UCLA team.
Yeah, that was a bad look for James Franklin. It's not a hot seat loss, but it's certainly not a good one by any means.
It's not.
It's not like you went and lost to Ohio State by a touchdown.
Right. You lost to a team that might not even be in the top 50.
Yeah.
So it makes it look bad, and the problem is you can't even just get rid of them because of the contract.
It's $56 million.
Yeah.
Roman Catholic, number 2. I think that's still, it's fair. You could argue them above Pine Richland, and I wouldn't be upset about it. Either one is there. By all accounts, Peters Township is the real deal out in the Whippeal, and they're really good. Chester, we've talked about. It's been 20-something years since the District 1 school has won a state title. They've probably got the best shot out of anybody. McDevitt, Upper St. Clair, Exeter Township, Springfield, Delco, Woodland Hills, and Hollidaysburg in the top 10 in 5A. Conestoga, Mechanicsburg, Shippensburg, Strathaven, and they put Pittston in as honorable mention this week.
Yeah, Pittston having a nice little season up there, and we'll have to see what happens going forward.
We'll go now to 4A. Southern Lehigh, until proven otherwise, number 1. Shamokin is in there at number 2, and they have been steamrolling teams. They've got Bonner number 3, Wyomissing 4, Susquehanna Township, Twin Valley, Shanahan, who we spoke about in the pregame, Pope John Paul, North Pocono, and West York in the top 10. I know Shamokin's really good, but for me, Bonner, Philadelphia Catholic League, hard to argue against.
Yeah, it's always hard to argue against those Philadelphia Catholic League teams. And, even your honorable mentions, McKeesport, Jersey Shore, Lampeter, Strasburg, General McLean, Puxatawney.
The Chucks are having a great year.
They are, but, you have very good teams that could easily flip-flop with any of those teams in the top 10.
I agree. And we saw Southern Lehigh last week against Tamaqua, and they were as advertised.
Yeah, no, you thought they would take a little bit of a step back after losing their tight end from last year. I think they took a little bit of a step forward.
I think so.
Especially with their line play.
Yeah, the line looks really good, and with Colton Sams a year older, year more mature, and he's making some good decisions, driving the bus for them as a quarterback. Really good season for them. In AAA, the Lopes, the Fighting Duke John Corps, 7-0 of Avonworth. Northwestern Lehigh, number 2 at 7-0. Notre Dame, 3. Imani, 4. Hickory, 5. Elizabeth Ford, Berwick, Southmoreland, Mifflinburg, and Penn Cambria in the honorable mentions. And I'm very happy that they did it. John Bartram from Philadelphia. Give me some public league love.
Nice District 12 spot there in the 3A.
Northwestern Lehigh, Notre Dame, still kind of on that collision course in the playoffs. The way things could be looking right now, Notre Dame could be hosting the district final here.
And that would be great. Great for Notre Dame and actually even great for the college.
I think it'd be great. Showcase Lafayette.
Yep.
Northwestern could face North Schuylkill in the semis, and there are PowerPoint avenues where they could be on the road in that game, which that throws a whole other quagmire into things.
Yeah, no, especially when you're talking about 8 teams making it out of 3A. That changes things. There's a lot more movement in there.
Drop down now to AA. Troy still in there at number 1. Farrell 2. Schuylkill Haven, who is rolling over teams right now this year, at number 3. Southern Columbia we talked about. It went from everyone saying, could it be? Oh, my goodness, Schuylkill Haven. Stop. Is that a typo?
I don't think that's a typo.
Oh, do you want to deliver the painful news?
So Schuylkill Haven tonight, Pine Grove, of course, does not have a win. Or no, Pine Grove does have 1 win on the season.
They do.
They're losing to Schuylkill Haven tonight, 60-0.
It happens. We're reaching that point of the year where it happens.
And that's in the second quarter. That's not halftime. That's second quarter yet.
I mean, I know Pine Grove is strong. How good is the running game of Schuylkill Haven to be doing that?
Yes, very good. And they could easily flip up in the rankings this week.
Easily. Bishop McCourt, 7-0 out of Johnstown. Williams Valley looking good against Marion Catholic at the last time we had checked. Some interesting things happening at Williams Valley. A coaching change this week where the head coach stepped down. A lot of controversy around that on both sides. Again, we're not touching that one, but
no, we're not touching that, but it could hurt the program for the rest of this season.
Yeah, but again, they responded, I think, thus far from the score update that we saw. They're up a couple of touchdowns on Marion, which is a good football team that they're leading. Richland, South Allegheny, Western Beaver, and Minersville in the top 10. Seton, Warrior Run, Marion Center, Lakeland up the northern area of our viewing area, and Karn City rounding out the honorable mentions. And I think after that win against Westinghouse, justified that Karn City gets the little bit of love there from PFN.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one.
And then in single A, until proven otherwise, Fort Cherry number 1, Clairton number 2, Bishop Guilfoyle 3, Port Allegheny 4, Line Mountain 5, Wilmington 6, team that Matt Baker has now won me over on. Lackawanna Trail in there at number 7. Westinghouse falls to number 8, Bishop Canavan, taking their shot at Fort Cherry. They were down 14-12 the last time we looked to Fort Cherry. Myersdale rounding out the top 10. Belmont Charter in the honorable mentions. I want to see Belmont Charter in the top 10 next week.
I want to see Lackawanna. They're finally there. Belmont next week.
This is the week that Belmont Charter cracks the top 10. Greenville, Laurel, Leechburg, and Union, Allegheny, Clarion Valley in the honorable mentions. If USO beats Westinghouse out, I argue Belmont Charter should go in the top 10. Because I want to see the Philadelphia Public League make a comeback.
It would be nice.
We've got just about 5 minutes to go here. It is halftime on CWTAP's Friday Night Football Game of the Week. Homecoming for Notre Dame at Lafayette. 14-3, they lead Palisades. Matt, you have any scores you want to go over right now?
Sure. Bishop Sanahan, 21. Downingtown West, 20 at the half.
Good game.
Very good game. Bishop McDevitt, 21. Central Dauphin, 14 in the second quarter.
Okay. And, I know we thought that Shanahan game, we talked about it in the pregame, that was going to be a good one tonight.
Yeah, no, we definitely thought it was going to be a good one, and we haven't been proven wrong yet.
I think we've been proven wrong about a lot of things this season, but...
We have. Oh, update out of Fort Cherry. Fort Cherry, 28. Bishop Canavan, 12.
Okay, so Fort Cherry starting to put the pedal down on the gas on that one. The Red Rovers, 17-7, they lead. Whitehall, 35. The Canaries, 0 in the second quarter.
Since Jason always asks, Aliquippa, 14. Blackhawk, 10.
The mighty Quips.
Halftime.
Abington Heights, 17. Wallen-Paupack, 14. Trinity, 20. Tri-Valley, 21. Mahanoy area, 7. Lehighton 14, Tamaqua zip at halftime.
Hollidaysburg 34, Selinsgrove 7.
North Pocono 30, Scranton zip. Palmerton leading Salisbury 13-7 at the break. We have no score out of St. Joe's and Roman.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking. Nothing out of there. State College 27, Central Dauphin East 7 at the half.
The last update we had was Parkland 7, Central Catholic 0 in the first quarter. Panther Valley 28, Shenandoah Valley 0.
We could really use a Southern Lehigh update because this is still saying 0-0.
They were paying the mighty Slaters tonight, right?
Correct. Northern Lehigh 28, Catasauqua 6.
We thought that Northern Lehigh might have just a little too much for Caddy, and I think we're seeing that right now. That three-headed monster out of the backfield for them. Again, best of the rest.
Yep, correct. Lehighton 14, Tamaqua 0.
Nazareth 21, Becca High 14 in the second quarter. Minersville 27, Nativity zip.
I can't even give a score out of Stroudsburg because they're not updated.
Southern Columbia 7, Montoursville 3, that game in the third quarter.
Pocono Mountain East 14, Pleasant Valley 0.
Williams is now up 35-3 on Marion Catholic.
I think Williams is okay.
I think they're going to be all right.
North Pocono 30, Scranton 0.
Jersey Shore leading Penwood. Honesdale 42, Nanticoke 7. That's for our viewers up in the Wilkes-Barre market of Service Electric. And I think that's about it for scores in our viewing area. Oh, the Emmaus Hornets 28, Deer of 0, that game in the second quarter.
Manheim Central 19, Fleetwood 3.
Yep, that one counts. Dunmore 20, West Scranton 0 at the break. Delaware Valley 20, Valley View 0 at halftime as well for Blue Ridge game. Mount Carmel 35, Central Mountain 0. They needed a win. Freedom 14, Northampton 7 at the half.
We didn't talk about this last week, so we'll talk about it now.
Let's do it.
The Reading Knights got a win in football last week.
Who did Reading beat?
McCaskey.
Good for Reading.
14-6.
Good for them. They needed that.
They did. They really did need that, so their win watch is over.
Yep.
Now we need to worry about...
It is the Warrior win watch that we need to solve now.
And the team in Alabama.
Alabama missed their chance.
They missed their chance. They were up a couple weeks ago on that East Lawrence team by 2 scores and lost. So they
100 is now in play in Week 10.
Real quick, Alex, who were the 3 teams that were tied? Bangor, Wilson, and who was the third?
It was Bangor, Wilson, and East Stroudsburg North. Yes, Parrish is correct.
Unfortunately, I can't give any update on any of them because the scores are not updated. So we'll have to see if we can find them.
Wilson does play tomorrow. What do we make of this?
An 0-10 team possibly in the playoffs.
I'm not a fan of it. Just to fill out a bracket.
And they get Southern.
Yeah, I mean, or what happens if Becca has a strong finish and you're player safety becomes an issue.
Definitely.
Penn Ridge 14, Central Buck West 7.
Okay.
So Penn Ridge with another potential win tonight.
Coatesville's got Downingtown East tonight. Was it East or West?
They have East, and I unfortunately do not have a score update.
Well, we will track that one. Why don't we step aside here? We'll take a couple of commercials, and when we come back, it's the second half here on CWTAP, the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, presented by Azars. Notre Dame leading Palisades 14-3. It's LJ and Jason with the second half up next.
X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484-250-0391. X-Golf. 80 Kunkel Drive in Easton, right off the 25th Street exit of Route 20.
For over 60 years, Dietz's Tavern in Wind Gap has been a go-to locale for football fans.
And welcome back to Fisher Field at Fisher Stadium. The second half underway here. The Palisades Pirates take the kickoff, and they're still on their feet. He's going to be dropped around the 35-yard line to get things started here in the second half. The score 14-3.
That was Schultz.
Schultz having a decent game so far, having multiple targets and only think 1 or 2 drops, that one on the far side, but ended up not mattering because of it being a penalty anyway against the Pirates. But getting 3 points on the board in their second drive, a 39-yard field goal. And now we see the likes of Trickell again, and haven't had Lincoln Cook doing too much so far.
No, they haven't gotten him too involved.
Man in motion. Trickell on the quarterback keeper.
It's going to get about 4.
Give him 3 yards, the near side official. A yard shorter, so the ball on the 38-yard line, a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 coming for the Pirates. Palisades 5-2 entering tonight's contest. Undefeated Notre Dame 7-0 under head coach Philip Stanbaugh. Homecoming festivities taking place during halftime.
And we did not see a football player win as we did a couple weeks ago.
And Tamakwa airing it out. Trickell down the far sideline.
There's
Catch
Cook.
Made.
There's Cook. He told you he's dangerous.
Lincoln Cook on the far sideline.
C.J. Diaz on the coverage.
Makes a great catch and covering a lot of yardage. We didn't see Trickell's arm too much in that game against Northern Lehigh, and he really had a nice throw there outside the numbers. So 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. Coming out firing on all cylinders. Trickell gets the snap. Hands it off, bouncing outside, but back going to lose. maybe 2 yards. A yard is Warner. Nicely done there by Notre Dame to keep him in the backfield.
Looks like Noah Norp on the tackle.
So
Sorry, that was
56.
56, not 50.
Austin Cassell. So 2nd and 12, loss of 2 for Palisades. Trickell on the out route. That's going to be Fitzgerald once again. And
run out of bounds by Boyd.
we've seen that quick, like drop step, like 3 to 5 steps and firing right away out of Trickell so far this evening. It's benefiting him when he's looking for Fitzgerald in that little crossing route.
Yeah, he has to get the ball out quick because Notre Dame's got some good defensive linemen there.
Well, and the D lineman, the size that Notre Dame has, seemingly wearing down this O-line for Palisades, but they're doing a good job of just giving Trickell just enough time to get a clean pass off. Pressure coming in. Cook with room picks up the first down and goes out of bounds around the 16-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 17, so good enough for a Palisades first down.
Capobianco knocks him out of bounds.
Nicely done. That layered look. Jason on the far side.
Screen, you have a lead blocker right out in front of you.
In that explosive first step by Cook as well. Similar setup here. Trickell on the design quarterback run.
Yeah, they were just trying to spread them out there, see if they could pop one up the middle.
I believe that was 56 Casal again. And number 72, Josh Scherer, the junior, 6'1", 235, credited with a tackle, 2nd and 8 for Palisades, continuing to eat the clock to start. .9:30 to play in the third quarter. Looks to throw, looking the way of Cook.
Got it again, touchdown.
Did he get in? Touchdown, Palisades. Their first touchdown of the evening, and they'll cut the deficit to 5 points.
I told you that's a big size disadvantage when you got a 6'2" Cook and you got CJ Diaz. We don't have a size on him, but he can't be more than 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah. We'll see Aglioloro, the senior, for the point after. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and no good. So the lead stands at 5 points as Notre Dame Green Pod leads Palisades 14-9. We'll step aside for a short break and rejoin you for kickoff.
Azar Supermarket, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem. Locally owned and operated by George Azar. Stop by today and pick from the freshest produce, much of it grown right here at home in Pennsylvania. Peruse the meat counter for the finest cuts of chicken, beef, lamb, and halal products. Take a step to your right. It's a selection of olives and mezza and cheese and more. Azar's features a full lineup of products imported from the Mediterranean, including Lebanese olive oil and hard-to-find spices and herbs. Shop Azar's, 3131 Linden Street in Bethlehem for great value.
And welcome back to Fisher Field. Palisades gets on the board first here in the second half. That drive pretty well executed, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, it was Cook right, cook right, cook right.
Yeah, it's doing exactly what you'd kind of expect them to do, that kickoff, bouncing all the way from the 25 into the end zone.
And it's kind of like what we thought we'd see against Northern Lehigh when we went to that Palisades game. It's a lot of Cook and a lot of Trickell. And we finally got that today in the second half, first drive.
Kind of. And this is the first time that we've seen a drive like that start the second half going down the field for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Against Northern Lehigh, they pitched a shutout in the second half. Now scoring on the first drive of the second half are Palisades. So now the Crusaders start their drive from their own 20. Ball a snap, a handoff to Streba. Brought down, but not before picking up a first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30.
That was 11, Capobianco.
Oh, excuse me, Capobianco on the carry. Gain of 12, picks up a first down.
St. Joe's Prep leading Roman 20-13.
Wow. Contested game on the carry there. Gordon gets the edge. Cuts back. He's still on his feet and forced out of bounds.
Cook saved the touchdown.
And the ball will be spotted at midfield. So a couple of plays for the Crusaders, a couple of first downs.
Really working on that run game tonight.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit over halftime, Jason, and seeing a heavy dose of the run game is something we haven't really seen out of Coach Stambaugh this season.
Yeah.
With time in the pocket, over the middle. Catch
Caught.
made, Drew Boyd.
He went up for that one.
Very athletic play as Lincoln Cook was in coverage, coming up with a tackle. Yet another first down. So the ball on the 39-yard line of the Pirates. Crusaders cruising down the field.
Ball on the Pirate 39-yard line.
There's
Handoff.
Streba.
With a
And
hole.
he's got a touchdown.
He's gone. Touchdown. Notre Dame.
Flag. We got a...
But there is a flag on the play, and on the field is number 54, Chase Smith.
Holding on the offense.
And he's slow to get up. He is getting up on his own power. And holding on the offense is the call, and Coach Stambaugh wants an explanation of who it was.
The good thing for Notre Dame is that's a spot foul, so it's only going to set up a 1st and 6 instead of 1st and 20.
That is true, Jason. And trying to get an explanation, the coach on the for Notre Dame Green Pond around the 30-yard line talking with the official now. But you said 1st and 6. I believe it might be 2nd and 6. That's what the scoreboard says. Looking for end zone.
Gordon. Incomplete. Good coverage. That was Fitzgerald on the coverage.
Very well contested. No flag on the play. And waiting for the official call. It says it shows 2nd on the marker on the field. The scoreboard shows 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you don't lose a down on a holding.
I didn't think so, but it was just announced 3rd and 6 on the field. It's still 2nd and 6. Bodner, try it again.
That time you got it, but you might get a push off there.
Touchdown, but there is laundry on the field once again.
You're going to get
on the
OPI, I
16.
think. First time we've seen that this year.
So yet another flag, and it looks like it's going to go against.
Oh, maybe not.
So touchdown. You see the Crusaders with their hands up.
That was CJ Diaz on the catch.
So defensive holding, it's going to be declined. So CJ Diaz gets in the end zone for Notre Dame. They extend their lead to 20-9. 8:05 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Thought you might have got a little push off there.
Yeah, I saw that as well, Jason, and maybe the push-off was in retaliation of being held. Point after attempt for Cintron. Kick is up, and it is good. So it is 21-9 in favor of Notre Dame Green Pond. They're leading Friday Night Football's Game of the Week, presented by Azars.
For over 60 years, Dietz's Tavern in Wind Gap has been a go-to locale for football fans in the Slate Belt food scene. With a variety of appetizers, salads, burgers, and entrees, Dietz's provides a down-home atmosphere, a friendly space to meet and mingle, and a full bar to watch the big games. Don't forget about wing nights on Wednesday, taco Thursday, and their weekly specials. Dietz's is open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 and can be found at 570 North Lehigh Avenue in Wind Gap. Stop by Dietz's today and sample the food, drink, and friendship firsthand. That's Dietz's Tavern, 570 North Lehigh Avenue in Wind Gap.
All right, we are back, and let's see if Palisades can answer.
Yeah, had an excellent drive to start the third quarter and going down the field, eating up almost 3 minutes of clock, but Palisades just taking a minute to extend their lead to 21-9 here. And Perrone will kick off for Notre Dame. There's a duo back deep for Palisades. Looks like Cook and Schultz. Ball going towards Cook. He'll make the grab at his own 11. Beyond the 20, finds a seam. Beyond the 30, drop down at the 36-yard line. So a nice run for Cook. Getting a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
One of many connections between Trickell and Cook this season.
Yeah, Palisades, I mean, besides when you're playing Northwestern Lehigh and Notre Dame and the like, they're really a competitive bunch.
Yeah, they're 2 losses so far coming to Blue Mountain and Penn Argyl. Penn Argyl 38-21 lost, Blue Mountain 42-21. 5-2 on the season as Trickell and company start the drive from the 36, 7:59 to play in the third handoff, but met immediately at the line of scrimmage.
I believe that was Fitzgerald.
Believe so. Or 15, Max Werner.
Yep.
On the carry, loss of 1 yard, so ball at the 35.
See if Trickell can get it going again now. And Notre Dame's made a switch. They're having Alex Clark now wherever Cook lines up on the field.
And a seam route over the middle looking for
Silas Day.
And just overthrown, but looking for a flag with Schultz. He's getting tangled up a little bit there with Mason Rosselli. A little bit of hand fighting within that first 5 yards, so that's probably why no flag was thrown.
Rosselli having a really nice game, as we said before.
So after the incompletion, 3rd and 11, clock at 7:14. They break the huddle at 17 seconds on the play clock. They're at the line with 11.
Alex Clark, at least 6 foot, can match up a little bit better with Cook.
Strong pass delivered to the far sideline. Looking for Schultz once again, and a little strong towards the sideline outside the numbers, and Schultz extends out but unable to make the grab.
Rosselli on the coverage again.
But Rosselli, really tight coverage, doing very well so far. We said his name quite a bit in the first half, and now here in the second half a couple of times in the last 2 plays. And Trickell looks like he's going to be back to punt. A couple of Crusaders standing inside their own 30. Trickell.
Better punt this time.
Low line drive caught at the 35. Can he get outside? He will.
That's Drew Boyd.
Boyd still fighting for yardage. And
Initial hit by Chase Smith.
Forced out of bounds. It's getting a little chippy down there on the field. Score 21-9 in favor of Notre Dame Green Pond. They lead the Pirates from Palisades. 6:56 to play in the third. Ball is spotted at the 45. That's where Notre Dame will start their drive. With Matt Bodner back out on the field. Their last drive ate up about a minute of the clock for 7 points. Something we're pretty accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, very quick drives.
We saw the first half be kind of the opposite of that, executing the run game fairly well, and now Bodner looks to pass again. Pressure coming, rolling out to the near side, gets a pass off, diving grab made beyond the
Nice
sticks.
catch.
And it'll be a first down, pass going to Streba.
Pass complete to Streba.
And Notre Dame right back up to the line.
Play clock only at 31 seconds as Bodner looking to get the ball. He does, hands it off to Capobianco. Up the middle he goes.
Got about 8.
Bianco on the carry.
Oh, they're only giving him 7. They didn't give him the reach.
Up by number 11, Day for the Pirates.
So second and call it 4.
Silas Day on the tackle.
That last carry brings them a 2nd and 4. Ball on the Pirate 27-yard line.
Bodner alone in the backfield. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom. Looks to the far side, pressure coming up the middle, rolls out. Has a pass intended for Aaron Gordon, goes off the tip of his fingers.
He had him wide open, too. And a couple of guys in front of him to block.
He had not a Pirate within probably 7 or 8 yards if that completion was made. Just too strong of a touch by Bodner going off the hand of Gordon. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Looking to throw again as a man in the flat. Completed. First down picked up and taken down out of bounds inside the 20.
Pass complete. Pass completed to number 25.
So Jason Frederick, the junior running back,
First and 10 for the Crusaders.
makes the nice
Ball plays for the Pirates.
catch. There's an injured Crusader that just made him to the sideline. I believe it looks like C.J. Diaz.
Yes.
Cramping up a little bit, being stretched out. Play continues, 1st and 10. 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bodner alone in the backfield. Man in motion is Streba. Gets the handoff in the jet sweep, but wrapped up in the backfield.
Silas Day. Nice play.
Loss of about 5 yards. 2nd and 15 forthcoming for Notre Dame.
Silas Day, a senior, 6'2", 220, nice size.
Second and 14 for the Crusaders. Ball on the Pirate 25-yard
Kind of read that play, jumping the jet sweep. Bodner looks to throw, and wise by Alex Clark to not make a play on that. It would have been a loss of yardage.
Yeah, and a nice job by Bodner, noticing nobody was open. I'll just throw it in the ground at my guy's feet.
Fitzgerald was in coverage. So 3rd and 15 now for the Crusaders. Ball on the 25-yard line, 20 on the play clock.
Bodner by himself in the backfield again.
4 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Man in motion is Streba again. Ball is snapped now. No one's covering him. Looking end zone, first down at the sticks. Catch made by Drew Boyd, wrapped up by Lincoln Cook. And that's going to be 1st and goal for Notre Dame.
At the 6.
Had options to throw there.
Yeah.
With the man in motion in Streba, he was open in the flat, but making that nice turn, that hard cut by Boyd, giving just enough separation and picking up that first down.
And Bodner put it in a good spot on his back shoulder so Cook couldn't get to it.
Bodner evading. He's deep. Gets rid of it. My goodness. No flag yet, but he was there.
Really early on Capobianco.
Capobianco slow to get up.
That was Mason Schultz on the coverage.
And Potentially a bang-bang play. It looked a little early from our vantage point.
Ball on the Pirates' 6-yard line.
But Capobianco definitely felt that. He's on the sideline now.
Notre Dame bringing in some bigger linemen.
So we'll see what they elect to do. Play clock at 20. Second and goal from the 6-yard line.
4:15 to go in the third quarter. Notre Dame trying to extend their lead.
Hand off. Met in the backfield.
Gordon gets hammered in the backfield.
My goodness. Was that 56? Matthew Casterline.
Yes, it was.
6 foot 252. Read that exactly right.
Loss of 1 on that play.
And just a loss of 1, but it felt a lot bigger than that, Jason.
Yeah. You might see another empty backfield here. And you will.
And
Timeout, Notre Dame.
we'll have a timeout taken by the Crusaders. We'll take a short break and rejoin you here at Fisher Field.
The Leather Corner Post Bar and Grill, 6855 Horseshoe Road in Orfield, has served up good food and good cheer since the 1860s. LCB is a one-of-a-kind local bar with great food, cold beer, and plenty of memories to be made. Sample their wings, burgers, salads, and more in a relaxed neighborhood pub setting. And with sports, Bolka, and more on their TVs, LCB is your hometown pub in Lehigh County. LCB is also the Boomba capital of the Lehigh Valley and features Bolka music on the third Thursday of every month, with the Steelworkers Bolka Band performing from 6 until 9 p.m. LCB is open Tuesday to Thursday from 3 until 11, Friday
And we're back. Third and goal from the 7 after that 1-yard loss. Casterline with a tackle.
Wide open. Gordon drops it.
Dropped it. Gordon with a great opportunity, and I think that's Fitzgerald in coverage. I don't necessarily know if he got in there to break it up or if it was just a drop.
It was just a straight drop. He had it in his hands and thought he had a touchdown and started celebrating a little early.
So it looks like they're going to attempt the field goal here. Cintron out to attempt. Ball is spotted. Kick is blocked.
Blocked.
It's caught by Trickell at the 1. He's still running. He's at the 20, the 30, and forced out of bounds at the 37. A blocked field goal. Trickell picks it off in the air at the 1 and takes it to the 37. My goodness.
What a play. I don't know if he was going 18 miles an hour like Jordan Davis a couple weeks ago.
No, I don't think so. But
I also don't think he weighs 340.
No. Trickell, 170, 6'2". But one-handed grab out of the air on the 1-yard line after the deflection and taking it a handful of yards.
Just an update out of Bethlehem. Freedom 28, Northampton 7.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of unexpected so far. The Concrete Kid's been able to put up points all season, and it's been kind of the defensive battle where we were struggling to see. But not the case tonight. The offense not working.
Freedom's defense is really tough to figure out. They run a 3-3 gap concept.
Okay. So we'll see the offense of the Pirates take over. Ball spotted at the 40 as Palisades trails Notre Dame Green Pond 21-9. 3:29 remaining in the third quarter. Cook in motion. Trickell's pass goes to Schultz, completed for a gain of about 7 yards, but there is a flag on the play.
You're going to get a legal motion on Cook. He turned up a little bit early.
I was going to say, I thought I saw that as well. Flag came in a little later because it was after the pass was already completed to Schultz. So with that gain of about 6 or 7 yards turns into a penalty, and it'll be 1st and 15.
5-yard penalty on that play.
That could have been the swing that Palisades needs, though. They still have the momentum despite the penalty after that block kick return. See if Trickell can do anything with it here.
And this is the opportunity you need to capitalize on to get momentum moving further in your way. Get this back to a one-score game. Cook in motion again.
He did it again,
He did
but
it
they
again.
didn't call it this time.
Trickell able to get a pass off intended for Schultz. He is in the vicinity of the throw, and I think that the coaches are asking for the same thing. He cut in before
Just
the
a touch
ball
early again.
Yeah, before the ball was snapped, no penalty, but incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 15.
And Notre Dame's defensive line was all over Trickell. He did the best he could. Just throw it near a receiver, out of bounds where nobody's catching it.
Ball on their own 35-yard line.
He did make it look like it wasn't just a blatant throwaway.
Right.
Schultz did make an effort. Play clock at 15 as they're breaking the huddle. Trickell alone, pump fakes, rolls out.
Almost
Underthrown.
intercepted.
Ball was underthrown, and I believe that was going to be Rosselli again.
It is. Breaking up the pass.
He was looking for Fitzgerald, underthrown, and it just goes through the fingers of Rosselli. And that's going to save a turnover, but still 3rd and 15.
He really is having a monster game tonight.
And he looks like he's kicking himself down there right now. Very upset about that drop. Drive stays alive for Palisades, but it is 3rd and 15 from the 35. 2:51 remaining in the third quarter. With some time pressure, makes him roll to the near side, gets a pass off down the field. And pass was intended for Silas Day, and a late flag comes in here.
That might be on Rosselli. He hit him a little bit late, knocked him down.
But there was a late throw of the flag, and some barking coming from the coaching staff of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think you're going to get Rosselli there for a late hit. Unnecessary.
Because Silas Day went up for the grab. The ball was not catchable at that point.
Right.
He would have been out of bounds in a late hit. We'll see. Personal foul.
And that's exactly what you're getting. And Rosselli's coming out of the game now. CJ Diaz in for him.
And that's what you hate to see. An incompletion would have made it 4th and 15, but that late hit out of bounds extends the drive for Palisades and gives them a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 on the 50.
And if you're Coach Bobby Smith, that's exactly what you want for Palisades. But if you're Coach Stambaugh right now, you're livid.
Yes. That play will be shown a couple times in film session tomorrow.
Yes. So 1st and 10 at midfield. Trickell with one running back.
Clark still mirroring Cook.
I believe that's Warner in the backfield. Day in motion. Design quarterback run. Trickell gets outside, cuts inside.
He's got a
gets
hole.
a first down. Gets out wide. He's on
Nice
his
stiff
feet.
arm.
And taken out of bounds. That's Sammy Morisi, the senior. And what a play, a designed run for Trickell. Cuts
Again,
up the
that
middle
was-
and then outside.
Yeah, it's just straight up the middle, straight up run, right up the middle, 2-hole there, and he bounced it. Nice stiff arm.
Very well executed by the senior quarterback.
Ball on the Crusaders' 34-yard line.
And a great job by the line, you have to say, because
Yeah. creating a gap for him to get through, but then all the excess for Trickell. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Trickell, pressure coming, doesn't see it. Delivers a pass just over the outstretched arm of Silas Day, but he did pay for it.
Yeah, Notre Dame bringing a lot of pressure at Trickell. He's walking a little gingerly now.
Brings up a 2nd and 10. For the Pirates. Ball on the Crusaders.
And what Palisades is doing in taking so much time to get the play, it's allowing Notre Dame to get subs in so they stay fresh.
So many subs. If you just look at the sideline difference, you can see the bench on the far side of the field for Palisades. It's significantly smaller than what
It's
Notre
between
Dame
the
has.
yard markers. Notre Dame's from the 50 down to the 25.
Yes, for sure. Trickell, high snap, pressure coming. Looking for Cook along the far side.
He got him.
Makes the grab.
Inside the 10.
And that's the one thing we've seen Trickell do, passing towards the sideline, outside the numbers, executing very well, and Lincoln Cook being the main recipient of his passes. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal inside the 10, called the 8-yard line.
Alex Clark on the coverage. But that was a perfectly thrown ball where only Cook was going to get it.
Trickell gets into the huddle at 15 seconds. 1st and goal. The Pirates looking to cut this to a 1-score deficit. 5 on the play clock. High snap, quick pass. In stride, Fitzgerald gets to about the 5 before he's wrapped up.
Well, the far side official's giving him the 4.
And that's where they're going to spot it. So a gain of 4, 2nd and goal from the 4.
I thought the 5 myself, but
Wonder if that a little extension afterwards, kind of rolling forward.
Palisades can make a game of this again.
And all the power's in their hands. 42 seconds remaining and counting in the third quarter with an opportunity to cut this to a 1-score game heading into the 4th. Man in motion. Pass.
Caught.
Completed.
That's Cook again.
Touchdown, Palisades. They make it 21-15.
Touchdown, Pirates.
30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
I think they might go for 2 here.
They may. Make it a 4-point game.
No, they're kicking it.
They're just set up in the...
Yeah, going for 2 doesn't really do anything for you.
Not at this point.
You're either going to be down by 5 or down by 4.
Doesn't really make a difference there. Point after attempt. Aglioloro on for the point after. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and it is good. The score, 21-16, Palisades with a touchdown. We'll step aside for a brief break. You're watching Friday Night Football on CWTAP.
X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250-0391. That's 484.
And welcome back to Fisher Field. The score 21-16. Notre Dame Green Pond leads the Pirates of Palisades, and the second touchdown of the evening for Lincoln Cook. Jason cuts this to a 1-score deficit.
Yeah, it's a really good game right now. Almost.
Squib kick almost. A line drive to the second line of the returners. Bounces
Hit off Caden Dietze, but he ends up recovering it. But that easily could have been recovered by a Palisades player.
The only downside is where the drive will start for Notre Dame. They'll start their drive at their own 44-yard line. But we've seen some nice defensive work from this Pirates defense so far.
New receiver out there for Notre Dame, Tommy Murphy, number 4.
Hasn't been a name we've said that often. If anything, he's listed here as a quarterback and a free safety. He's standing out in the wideout position. Bodner looks over the middle. Has a man wrapped up and dropped to the turf. First down for Streba.
Brought down by Trikel.
Well-executed play. Bodner puts it right in the numbers, or in his number right in the chest. Healthy pickup there. Ball now in the 35 of the Pirates. Clark in motion. Snap to Bodner.
That last play was really well designed. They had crossers going everywhere. It had the Palisades defense scrambling.
And clock expires here in the third quarter. We'll take a break and join you for the start of the fourth.
Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 3rd Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slade Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, nuts, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that Superior Hardware has to offer. Superior Hardware is open Monday to Friday from 7 till 5, Saturday from 7:30 to 4, and Sunday from 9 to 2. Call them at 610-588-3205 or stop by their location at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor to jumpstart your home improvement projects today. That's Superior Hardware, 400.
And we're back for fourth quarter action at Fisher Field. Notre Dame Green Pond has the ball, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Man in motion. Streba gets the handoff, cuts inside, carries a Pirate on his back for a gain of 5 yards.
Tell you what, Palisades is doing a really good job on the outside. They're not letting Notre Dame's backs get outside and turn the corner. They're making them cut back up into the teeth of the defense.
Crusaders offense ready to go. Just 15 seconds into the play clock. They're set. Ball's going to be snapped with 21 on the play clock. Pass deflected. No whistle just yet until now.
Silas Day with the deflection. Notre Dame trying to set up a wide receiver screen out here on the left side.
So 3rd and 5. Four receivers to the bottom of your screen. Bodner alone. Rolls out, has a man in the flat looking downfield. A flag
You're going to have a hold.
And he's going to run.
That's coming back.
Would have picked up almost 15-some yards, but instead there's a flag on the play.
See him just fire that ball at the official?
Yeah, I'm shocked the official didn't throw a flag at him.
Man.
My goodness.
Just fired it right at him.
I would have given him 15 for unsportsmanlike.
That was bizarre.
I just can't believe that the official has let it go.
Wow.
Perfect spiral line drive right at him.
Yeah, just right at him. So now 3rd and 15 instead of 1st and 10. Bodner looks to the left. Downfield he goes.
Alex Clark cannot come up with it.
And it was well contested and clean
That was Cook on the coverage.
And I believe it was Cook in coverage, and it's going to bring up 4th and 15 now. And
Cook got up a little bit slow.
he's still gingerly walking. It's going to be a punt now for Notre Dame. Back.
U.S. men's national team in soccer trails Ecuador 1-0.
Wow. Okay. Punt takes a bounce at the 20, inside the 10. It's going to be nuzzled up at the 4, inside the 4-yard line by Drew Boyd.
So it'll be 96 yards if Palisades is going to score on this drive. That's a tall task.
Yeah, against this defense.
20-17.
Liberty just takes the lead over the Red Rovers, 20-17. Easton has not scored since the first quarter.
When they were up 17-0.
And point after attempt forthcoming, I believe. So it's 20-17.
Extra point was blocked.
It was blocked, so 20-17 is the score. I believe that's in the fourth quarter as well, third quarter. But here, the Palisades Pirates trailing 21-16 in Notre Dame Green Pond. Ball on their own 4-yard line. Trickell stands on the goal line, if not in the end zone right now. Play clock at 9. Pressure being shown. Trickell on the carry. Met by a host of Crusaders, but not before a
Got
gain
about 6.
of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 10-yard line.
Gives them a little more space if they want to throw something now.
And we've seen this Pirates offense exhaust the clock to eat up as much clock as they can, forcing a couple of punts now for Notre Dame. We'll see if the Pirates can utilize the clock to their favor. If they were to score and take up a chunk of this time, it forces the Crusaders on their heels. Trickell, 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, looks to the far side.
Incomplete.
Into coverage.
Intended for Schultz.
Threw it where Schultz could make the grab, but it was just behind him a little too far.
Rosselli on the coverage again. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. If Palisades does score, they can go up by 3 with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. But they have the tall order of getting another 90 yards to do so. But right now it's 3rd and 4. Four seconds on the play clock, 2. And a timeout's going to be utilized by head coach Bobby Smith and Palisades. So we'll take a short break and rejoin you here on CWTAP.
With crime on the rise across the United States of America, it's time to consider protecting your family with a home security system from Vivint. Smartphone-controlled monitoring, cameras, and lighting options are all available at your fingertips with Vivint. Call the Vivint Home Security Hotline today at 866-307-8417. Home security from Vivint, 866-307-8417. 866-307-8417. In today's dangerous world, a home security system gives your family some peace of mind. Don't delay. Call today. Vivint Home Security.
We're back at Fisher Field. It's 3rd and 4 for Palisades. Ball on their own 10-yard line. 10-14 to play in the fourth quarter. And a flag.
False start on Cook, he pointed to.
Yeah, it got started a little early, so that's a couple of flags against Cook. And that's going to back him up again.
Probably should have been the third one.
Yeah, they only called the one illegal motion. So now, 3rd and 9 instead of 3rd and 4. Ball at the 5-yard line.
See if Trickell looks up Cook again. Nope, he's going the other side. And
Wide open! No one around him!
Rosselli stopped!
He's gone! Touchdown! Palisades!
Mason Schultz!
95 yards to take the lead.
Rosselli stopped. He stopped running.
My goodness. The score's 22-21.
Palisades takes the lead over undefeated Notre Dame. Notre Dame brought a blitz off the bottom, the left side, and did not get there in time. And Trickell with a perfect pass.
Schultz in stride beat Rosselli. And still awaiting the whistle to start here. Looks like the one referee was limping a little bit. So the play clock now starts. We'll see if they motion the lineman over. They haven't done so yet.
I would go for 2 here.
They are. Pass completed.
Oh, he's not going to get it.
Tackle just short of the goal line, maybe by 2 yards. The 2-point conversion does fail.
That was Oliver Mutterpearl on the catch, number 33.
But it is 22-21. Palisades takes the lead over Notre Dame.
Have you racked up over $15,000 in credit card debt? Do the collection calls ring nonstop? There's a solution to the situation the banks don't want you to know about. CWTAP has over 20 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Call the CWTAP Credit Solutions hotline today to see if you qualify. 877-835-0026. No obligation, 100% confidential. CWTAP Credit Solutions. 877-835-0026. CWTAP Credit Solutions now. 877
Welcome back to Fisher Field. It is 22-21. Palisades leads undefeated Notre Dame Green Pond in the fourth quarter. 10:01 to play. Line drive kick.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. So a flag thrown as it exits the field around the 23-yard line. And we'll see how the Crusaders can counter. We were talking about, Jason, Palisades eating up the clock and taking time to make the 95-yard drive down the field. And it turns into one big play after a timeout taken by head coach Bobby Smith.
3 plays, 96 yards,
My
touchdown.
goodness. What a drive, what a play. Mason Schultz, the senior wideout, with an amazing catch in stride and goes the distance. And now we'll see how Bodner can counter. They'll start the drive on their own 35 after the kickoff went out of bounds.
Might want to watch with nobody back deep.
Streba, I believe that is on the carry. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped around the 40-yard line. Look to be number 56. Casterline.
Yep.
Quick to the line. Getting another play off here. Bodner hands it off.
Capabianco.
Finds a seam. Stays on his feet and eventually dropped down on the other side of the 50.
That was Werner on the tackle.
Ball spotted at the 47-yard line of Palisades. So a first down for Notre Dame. 12 seconds into the play clock. A quick pass to the flat. Streba gets to the sideline. Forced out of bounds by Trickell.
Got about 5 on that.
We've seen this up-tempo offense from Coach Stambaugh. couple of times this season now. Looking downfield.
He's got
He's open.
Streba.
Streba
Oh!
makes
He
the-
could have scored.
Makes
He
the
ran out of
catch
bounds.
and goes out of bounds inside the 15. It's going to be marked out of bounds at the 12. So yet another first down.
Trickell will get credited with the tackle there, pushing him out of bounds. Capobianco
On the carry.
gets about 2. Wrapped up by 65. William Cap.
Yeah, the junior, 5'10", 200 pound. Werner also getting credit for the tackle. Bodner ready to go. Gets the snap, looks to throw.
It's got a wide open guy who drops it.
Turns into look into the open space. I believe that was Diaz. And when he brought his hands down to make the grab, the ball just went straight to the turf. So now that brings up 3rd and 8. Ball on the 10-yard line. 8:43 on the clock. Bodner hands it off, gets the edge, and forced out of bounds.
That's Capobianco.
But not before another first down.
Yeah, they're down to the 1-yard line.
So that's exactly what they needed to keep the drive alive. New set of downs. 1st and goal from the 1.
No, I don't think you'll see a brotherly shove out of Notre Dame. They'll
No.
probably line up in the shotgun.
What we've seen so far all evening, I don't think they'll stray away from it here, Jason. Ball snap. Capobianco.
Hitting the backfield, fighting forward, though. He's going to be stopped for no gain.
So they're going to blow the play dead. No gain. 2nd and goal from the 1. We'll try again.
Spun out of the initial hit by Silas Day, which was about 3 yards deep in the backfield.
Capobianco in the backfield again, gets the handoff right up the middle. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And like that, it's 27-22.
That was just a simple 21 right there. Hand it to the running back.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
So we'll see if they elect to go for 2. It looks like Bodner's on the field. He's heading over to Coach Stambaugh to get a play. And we may see the Crusaders go for 2. The score 27-22.
And it looks like they are.
Gordon out there with them.
Don't
Drew
see
Boyd.
Cintron.
Top of the screen, Driscoll. Bodner alone in the backfield. That doesn't mean we won't see Streba go in motion like that across. He's
Wide open.
Intercepted!
It's intercepted!
He could take it to the house. But high school, it's not that rule.
Jeez. Any other level, he'd get 2 points for that. That's Trickell.
My goodness. Just like that, the 2-point conversion is no good. It was picked off by Trickell. The score 27-22. Notre Dame regains the lead here at Fisher Field.
We at Lifeline Screening have screened over 9 million people over 25 years. We identify your risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and other chronic illnesses. We use state-of-the-art ultrasound technology to look into your arteries to identify your plaque levels. During your screening, we examine the carotid arteries in the neck for plaque buildup that can lead to a stroke. We check your abdominal aorta for an aneurysm, a ballooning of this large artery in your belly which can rupture if it gets too big. We evaluate the pressures in your arms and ankles and calculate what is called an ankle brachial index. This is an indirect way to assess the flow in the arteries of legs and identify risks for more cardiovascular disease. We scan your shin bone to determine the density of the bone and derive risk for osteoporosis. And lastly, atrial fibrillation. If we detect anything that requires urgent attention, we will notify you immediately so you can contact your physician for follow-up. Screenings are simple, non-invasive, painless, and we have convenient locations throughout the United States. And of course,
And welcome back to Fisher Field. What a game we have for our Friday night football game of the week presented by Azar Supermarket. Notre Dame Green Pond leads Palisades 27-22. 2-point conversion failed. It was intercepted by Traquel. And now we see the Crusaders with a little pooch kick caught at the 25-yard line. Stays on his feet.
Got a hole.
And dropped down around the 40.
That was Solomon Riddle on the return.
So the clock stopped at 8:03 here in the fourth quarter. And we'll see what Traquel and Coach Bobby Smith can do with this Pirates offense.
The scoring has been hot and heavy here in the second half.
A 96-yard drive, a big 95-yard touchdown pass. Gave the Pirates the lead temporarily before Notre Dame went down the field and scored a touchdown of their own. Traquel will hand it off.
It's Werner.
Werner bumps outside.
Ooh,
Hops
just
over a
tripped up.
defender, but he'll gain about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now, ball on the 44.
Tell you what, Palisades came to play today.
Yeah, what a tightly contested contest we have tonight. Couldn't ask for anything better.
I think Notre Dame thought it was going to be a little easier. That's why they were trying out the run a little bit more than they usually do in the first half.
Traquel gets the snap, looks to throw. Pressure coming, quick pass intended for Silas Day, thrown at the feet.
Cover by Sammy Marici.
So 3rd and medium for Palisades.
Notre Dame bringing a lot of pressure off the bottom side here. Bottom side of your screen.
Kind of that full cell
Yeah.
pressure on Traquel, and that worked out in their favor as he found Mason Schultz with a kind of blown coverage, beating Rosselli. And now Traquel pressure again, coming back. Cook. Can he get out wide? He can. Beyond the 50, it's a first down. He's forced out of bounds in the defensive 46-yard line. They're going to give him the 45. It'll be 1st and 10 for Palisades into Crusader territory. Clock does stop. 7:12 to play in the fourth quarter.
Well-run screen pass there. Drew the defense into the quarterback. Allowed the lineman to get out in front of him. And then he makes one cut to the outside, and he's got the first down.
And I think that's what they were attempting the play previous with Silas Day. Just too much pressure too quickly.
Yes.
And forced an errant pass low today, but this time it works in the favor of Cook. 1st and 10. Traquel looks to the far side, leading Day into coverage as Streba was able to break that up in coverage.
Roman and St. Joe's 2020, fourth quarter.
Okay, Matt just said Roman and St. Joe's tied 2020 in the fourth quarter. So what a Friday night of contests we have.
Could you imagine if Roman beat both LaSalle and St. Joe's?
This fall weather's making things feel really real this weekend. It's real football weather for the first time, and we see big Rowan Tharp, the senior, 6'4", 380 on the far side of the line here. Pass completed, cuts back inside.
That's Werner.
Werner
He's going to get about
forward.
4.
Coaches along the far sideline for Palisades.
Didn't like that he
Arguing
got
a
driven
call.
into the ground.
After forward progress was already stopped, play continued. Clock's going to continue to run. 6:39 to play in the fourth quarter. 27-22, 3rd and 5 for Palisades. Traquel getting into the huddle with 17 seconds.
Coming up on the midway point of the fourth quarter.
Crowd starting to get into it here. Quick pass. Trickell finds the sticks. And a first down again for the Pirates. And the drive continues for Palisades.
Yes, but that was Mason Schultz, and he has not gotten up yet.
Very slow to get up. The way he was brought down on the play, he's kind of hobbling over further away from the sideline. Clock continues to run. We're under 6 minutes here.
It was an awkward tackle.
The way he landed and kind of got, I don't know if he got rolled up on or the way he was brought down to the turf. 1st and 10 for Palisades. Ball on the 33-yard line of the Crusaders.
Trickell going to take it himself. He's got a lane. No, Capobianco too fast. Looked like he had a little lane there.
Tried to get to the edge, but it collapsed fairly quickly. Capobianco doing a great job to limit that. And what could have been a gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards turns into a loss of 3, call it. So 2nd and 13, ball on the 36.
Update out of Easton. Touchdown Ordway. Easton 23, Liberty 20.
Wow.
Got a couple of barn burners here in the city of Easton.
Can't imagine. We probably could, if we were outside, we may be able to hear what's going on at Cottingham right now. 2nd and 13. Far sideline, up in the air.
Trickell to Fitzgerald, a little bit too far outside that time.
And almost better to do that. That way, if it's underthrown, it's not intercepted. It's
right
at the pylon, exactly what you teach your quarterback to do. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 for Palisades.
And with Schultz out, you think you're going to see something today or Cook here.
Yeah, go to your strong suit here. Crowd getting into it. Man in motion is La Rosa. Trickell rolling out near side. Has a man. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it.
Out of bounds.
And is incomplete. He was intended for Ashton Fitzgerald, and that's going to bring up 4th and 13 as Trickell may have had a little bit of time, but it expired fairly quickly.
Yes, it did. Notre Dame closes the gap real quick. And you might see them go for it here.
Play clock at 25 as Trickell's going over to the far sideline. See if we get a play in. Looks like they may be going for it.
Yes, 4th and Phillipsburg. And they're going for it.
We'll see if they get the play off or elect to call a timeout here. And head coach Bobby Smith going over to the official and calling
timeout.
a timeout. Clock stops. 5:17 remaining here in the 4th quarter. You're watching Friday Night Football's Game of the Week.
Selling your house the traditional way takes time. Agents, showings, repairs, fees, and more. It's really a hassle. But what if you could skip it all and sell your home for cash fast? At House Buyer Network, we buy homes in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, no cleaning, no repairs. Whether it's inherited, outdated, or you're behind on payments, we'll make you a fair cash offer within 24 hours. Close in as little as 7 days. Thousands have sold the easy way. Now it's your turn. Call 94935.
And we're back at Fisher Field. It's 4th and 13 for Palisades. Ball on the Crusaders' 36-yard line after the timeout. Fitzgerald in motion. Now the far side. Clean pocket pass.
Got time.
Intended for Cook and a flag
You're
on
going to
the
get a
play.
flag on
Alex
two
Clark.
flags
Alex Clark
all
in
over Cook.
coverage. And back official threw one, and the near sideline official did as well as they're going over the call here. Coach Stambaugh not a
happy.
fan right now.
If that's pass interference, it's 1st and 10 at the 21.
And
It's defensive holding.
so holding against the defense, and it's still going to be 4th down, I believe.
Holding on the defense. Replay 4th down.
So is it a 5 or 10
I
yard?
think it's 5.
So still 4th down, but 4th and a little more manageable, but still not
It'll be 4th and 8.
comfortable. Coaching staff for Palisades taking their time.
No, it is 10. So it'll be 4th and 3.
So that changes a lot here for Palisades.
They can do a lot more now.
And not that their run game hasn't been substantial, but do you risk the opportunity of getting it broken up in the backfield and losing a yard or two, or do you risk going into the sideline with Cook or even Fitzgerald? We've seen quite a bit. The most recent touchdown scored by Schultz, but I don't know if he's been out on the field since that injury.
He has not.
Fourth and 3. Man in motion. There goes Cook to the far side. Flag on the play. Pass is completed, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Cook on the reception.
So there may be illegal motion again, Jason.
Drive on the coverage.
Yep, he didn't get set. When you come out of the backfield, you have to get set.
Stands for the Pirates.
But I don't think they acknowledge that there's a flag yet, because the chain gang started moving.
22-yard line.
Or did they pick it up?
No, it's on Notre Dame. He's looking to see if Palisades wants to accept it, I think.
They're moving the chains back. There seems to be confusion on the field, and it's
There's been a
causing
lot of confusion.
illegal motion against Palisades. So now we got the official call. It's going to stay 4th down. But now it's instead of, it was 4th and 13 and then 4th and 3, should be 4th and 8 if it's a 5-yard penalty.
He set it down. It's still 4th and 3. There's a lot of confusion between these officials right now.
So it should be 4th and 8. Ball at the 31. Yeah. Okay. 4th and 8.
Yeah, we're here now.
Yeah, we made it. We eventually got there. 5:08 on the game clock.
1 timeout left for Palisades, 2 for Notre Dame.
And exchanging penalties, keeping this 4th down, jostling back and forth from 13 yards to 3 yards, now to 8. 4th and 8 from the 31. This is a weird game of deja vu for this Palisade Pirates offense, and Cook going to be in motion again. And same exact thing we've seen. Trekell steps up.
Intercepted! Drew Boyd steps in front.
Cuts off the pass for Lincoln Cook. It's underthrown and picked off by the Crusaders.
Interception by number 13, Moore.
And they get the defensive stand they need, but there's still 5 minutes and 3 seconds to play.
And 91 yards between them and the end zone.
And Palisades only with 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, that
Wow.
one's going to hurt, having to take that on the 4th down.
Should have batted it. Should have batted it.
Yeah, it would have been better off if Boyd didn't get the interception. Bat
Just
it
batted
down
it
and
out of
start the
bounds.
drive from the 31 instead of your 9-yard line.
It's another coaching point for film tomorrow.
Yeah. They'll both have things to take looks at tomorrow. But right now, Notre Dame leads 27-22, 5:03 to play. Drive starts on the 9-yard line. Handoff goes out wide. Cutting back in, that's Gordon.
Gordon on the carry.
Wrapped up and giving the Crusaders offense some space.
About 7 yards on that play. And
Maybe 8, the way where the official standing. So 2nd and 2.
Werner on the stop.
you might see a little ground and pound now, knowing that Palisades only has that one timeout.
And we saw a heavy dose of that in the first half. See if Coach Stambaugh elects to do that the remainder of the game. 4:30 and counting now. Handoff finds a hole.
Capobianco out over the 20.
I believe that was Warner on the tackle. Nice tackle made, but good enough for a Crusader first down.
Clock ticking away, almost at 4 minutes now.
And that was the longest the play clock, I believe, went down for the Crusaders so far this game.
Yeah, they
was
stood at
under
the line
7,
for a while there.
Because they're set up now, 23 seconds on the play clock, and we'll see how long they elect to stand there.
They don't look like they're ready to run the play yet.
No, Bodner just
Letting the time tick down.
patiently looking around, gets the snap. Quick pass out to Streba.
Stays in bounds. He's going to have a first down.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of, like the Pirates kind of gave up, thinking he was running out of bounds, and
He did eventually get out of bounds, and that does help the Pirates because it stops the clock.
it does.
First down. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball on their own 34-yard line.
Ball's at the 34 clock at 3:34. 1st and 10. Screen pass goes to
Streba again.
Streba, fighting for yardage.
It's going to be close to another first down. Maybe a half yard short.
Give him a gain of 9.
Driver on the reception. Stopped by Day and Werner.
Silas Day, Max Werner
Gain of 9 on that play. Brings them a
with the stop. A yard to gain here, 2nd and 1, as we now are under 3 minutes to play and just one timeout for the Pirates. Ball a snap, handoff, goes to Gordon.
Gordon, and he's got space.
Oh, he could go. Forced out of bounds. He stays in.
He stayed in. Oh, no, the officials.
Oh, they're going to mark him down.
He was just a little behind the play.
So they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 29-yard line, but nice pickup of a first down. Lincoln Cook was the one who forced him out of bounds.
Werner over there as well.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders.
Ball in 29. Fresh set of downs for Notre Dame. Clock with 2:39 to play. Notre Dame leads 27-22, and it looks like they may be trying to tack on an insurance score here. Handoff again. Streba.
Driver on
Maybe a gain of a yard and a half. Call it 2.
Stopped by number 50, Day, for the Pirates. Gain of 3 on that last play brings them a 2nd and 7. Ball in the Pirates.
Gave him 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now.
Clock ticking down almost 2 minutes. Notre Dame doing a great job of using the time here.
Because this drive started with like 5:08. So exhausted 3 minutes and counting. Bodner snaps, hands it off. Outside, there goes Gordon. Got the edge.
He stepped out of bounds.
Around the 10-yard line.
They could have iced this game if he would have stayed
He
in.
stayed in. Just
All it
slide
takes
down.
is 2 knees.
We'll see what Coach Stambaugh elects to do here.
1st and goal for the Crusaders. All
Right now, victory formation, take 3 knees, and
Call it a game.
yep.
We'll see Bodner most likely handing it off here.
Capabianco
And
up the middle.
swallowed up in the middle.
Might lose a yard.
So first and goal from the 10.
Ends up second and goal from the 11.
tap on the stop.
And clock continuing to run here. 1:30 to play.
On that play. Brings up
Palisades electing to not call their timeout. Play clock at 10. Bodner will snap at 5. Hands it off.
Gordon hitting the backfield.
Well done by
Werner.
Werner.
And now they'll use their timeout, it looks like.
So the final timeout called by Palisades. It'll be third and goal
That is their third and final timeout of the game.
with 59 seconds left is the final timeout.
So the best case scenario, they'll get it back with about 15 seconds left.
Yeah. Run a play. Whether they kick a field goal or they score, that could change. It doesn't really help. The only positive is Triquel knows how to pass outside the numbers down the
Yes.
sideline, so that could keep things moving. The clock does stop temporarily for the chains to move, but you're out of timeouts now. That does affect a lot of your game planning, your decision if you're Coach Bobby Smith.
Right.
But we'll see what the Crusaders can do here.
And I still haven't seen Mason Schultz back out there, so that's not a good sign for Palisades.
Handoff. Gordon dropped
Gordon on the carry.
and picks up a gain of 2, but still going to be fourth and goal from the 11-yard line. And the clock can tick down to about 12 seconds.
If you're standby here, you just let that play clock go all the way down. You tell the official, I want a
I'll
timeout with
write
1
it.
second
Yep.
left. And that's going to leave Palisades 12 seconds, depending on what Notre Dame chooses to do.
Yeah. So the final 8 seconds on the play clock. We'll see Coach Stambaugh call a timeout now with 12 seconds on the game clock.
27-22 Notre Dame. Much closer game than I think we all expected.
And anticipated. I feel like this is the third Notre Dame Green Pond game covered on CWTAP this season. The first I did not have the privilege of covering, that win over North Schuylkill.
Which was another tight one.
We saw them play against Northern Lehigh a couple of weeks ago, and that game was tight, 26-21 at halftime.
Right.
Before the defense really turned things on and shut out Northern Lehigh at home in the second half for a 40-21 win. Now, exchanging scores in the second half, and Palisades going straight down the field in under 3 minutes.
Yeah. And this is impressive for Notre Dame because they love to go fast, put points on the board. This is a almost 5 minute drive.
Yeah,
to close out the
5:08. Yeah,
game.
5:08 was on the game clock when they started this drive, and now we'll see.
You're going to see a field goal try here.
I believe so. That Cintron's out on the field. We'll see a field goal attempt.
Another timeout, Notre Dame.
And a second consecutive
do
timeout.
that?
I was going to ask. I don't know if you can do that.
I didn't think you could call back-to-back.
Yeah,
Maybe they're rethinking the field goal here.
kind of perplexed here on why they would do back-to-back timeouts. I didn't think that was legal, but nonetheless, we'll see what.
They are putting the offense back out there. I think they had second thoughts on the field goal because of the one that got blocked earlier.
That's true.
So we'll see what happens here. This is
So the fear of the blocked field goal return could cost you the game. Instead, if you go for it, if you're almost smart, you just snap it and run the other way.
Yep.
Exhaust the clock, the final 12 seconds. 4th and goal from
Even
the 11.
if you run into your own end zone and give up 2 points, you still win the game.
Correct. So we'll see what the Crusaders do. 4th and goal, 12 seconds to play. Bodner has a man in motion. Pressure coming. Pass completed.
It's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown! Notre Dame Green Pond. And Bodner's pass goes to Streba for a touchdown. Extends the lead 33-22. Rethinking the field goal, turns it into 6.
Yeah. A little more comfortable now.
For sure, yes. So Cintron out for the point after attempt. Streba catches the touchdown and now has to go hold. Just 5 seconds remaining. Good hold. Kick is up and good. And with 5 seconds left, Notre Dame increases their lead 34-22.
Being there's only 5 seconds left, we'll just stay here.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. And, wow, what a game we had this evening.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that's the first time Notre Dame's been down in the second half.
Very well could be. Like, very close matchup. Palisades, credit where credit's due. They looked really impressive when they needed to be, but there's just some of those mental errors.
Yeah.
We're seeing still some youthfulness and a lot of positives to take away from tonight. There's really don't want to think about moral victories, but
I'll tell you what, watch out for Cook next year, though. Whew.
Oh, yeah. Cook, just a junior. Perrone to kick off for Notre Dame.
Back deep, it looks like Cook and Fitzgerald.
And unless this goes into the end zone, that will most likely conclude the contest. Little squib kick. Caught at the 24-yard line. Stays on his feet. Clock.
Down to 2. 1, 0.
And the clock expires on the game. And like that, Notre Dame Green Pond improves
To 8-0.
to 8-0 on the year. The Palisades Pirates fall to 5-3, but not without amazing effort.
They fought the whole game. I was really impressed with Palisades. Trickell running, passing, Cook with his amazing sideline catches, and Schultz unfortunately was injured, but he had the long 95-yarder.
Yeah, that play to Schultz really sparked energy and kind of added that much more pressure to this Notre Dame squad, but they responded like we kind of would have expected them to. Penalties back and forth on that 4th down for the Pirates, but Palisades ends up falling short this evening as Notre Dame now 8-0 on the year. Some final thoughts tonight, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, Notre Dame just doing what they do. I thought in the first half they ran the ball a lot more than they usually do. And I think there's a reason for that because they know once they get to the playoffs, they're going to have to run the ball. You can't just live by the pass. And Palisades, just the fight they showed. As you can see on your screen, Palisades with far fewer players and way more players going both ways than Notre Dame, and they fought the entire game, had the lead in the fourth quarter. Just a great effort from that squad.
As we get set to wrap up this evening, just an excellent game overall. Notre Dame improves to 8-0. Palisades falls to 5-3. We thank you all for joining us this evening for Friday Night Football's Game of the Week, presented by... Oh, one more word here. Sorry, go ahead.
Final out of Easton, 23-20 Easton.
Wow. So very closely contested game. Just a couple miles away from here between Liberty and Easton. What a night from Easton and just great football on a Friday night. One of the first fall Friday nights we've had. And it's only going to go up from here. But on behalf of CWTAP, Alex Fidrashevsky, myself, LJ Smith, Jason Parrish, and Matt Baker, we thank you for joining us for Friday Night Football's Game of the Week, presented by Azar Supermarket.
Superior Hardware, located at 400 South 3rd Street in Bangor, is your go-to source for home improvement supplies in the Slade Belt. With a variety of tools, screws, nuts, bolts, and more, Superior Hardware is the place to shop for your hardware needs. Superior Hardware offers a full line of Milwaukee tools, the highest quality power tools available. In addition to their in-store offerings, Superior Hardware ships nationwide via their website, www.superiorhardwarebangor.com. So you don't even have to live in the Slate Belt or drive to Bangor to sample all that Superior Hardware has to offer. Superior Hardware is open Monday to Friday from 7 till 5, Saturday from 7:30 to 4, and Sunday from 9 to 2. Call them at 610-588-3205 or stop by their location at 400 South 1st Street in Bangor to jumpstart your home improvement projects today. That's Superior Hardware, 400 South 1st Street in Bangor. X-Golf, located just off the 25th Street exit of Route 22 in Easton, offers a premier golf simulation experience. With some of the most realistic indoor golf simulators you've ever seen, X-Golf is the premier place to work on your game before you hit the courses around the Lehigh Valley. If it's driving that needs work, putting that needs practice, or that pesky short game that haunts you, X-Golf is the perfect spot to perfect your swing. Bring your clubs, borrow one of our in-house sets, big up your friends, and come on down to X-Golf for a fun time. It's always 72 and sunny at X-Golf, and double bogeys are welcome, so you don't have to worry about a cart full of golfers behind you on hole 7. To schedule your tee time, call X-Golf at 484-250